Craftsman Federal Credit Union, serving our members with their financial needs. Waiting for interest rates to fall? Why wait? Craftsman Federal Credit Union can get you in the vehicle you want today at rates where you can enjoy the ride. Become a member today and see the difference at Craftsman Federal Credit Union, with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington, or visit us at craftmanfcu.com. Local people helping local people since 1953.
Around here, family is more than just a last name. It's who you show up for. For generations, the Compton family and Architects Windows and Doors has stood by this community with honesty, hard work, and a handshake you can trust. Because every window we design, every door we assemble isn't just about your house. It's about your home. Family owned, community rooted. Architects Windows and Doors, a family business built for your family.
Fence Depot uses quality materials and has the expertise to give you the best service with the best price. They take pride in offering their customers a full selection of fencing options. For chain link, ornamental, vinyl, wildlife, and more, try Fence Depot in West Monroe. 318-331-4457. Fence Depot.
Community banking is not just what we do.
It's ingrained in who we are.
It's our mission to serve our community.
By providing a banking experience you can trust.
We offer financial solutions
to help our region thrive.
Personal hometown service.
We look for opportunities
to strengthen the neighborhoods in which we work and live.
Rooted in the community.
We support our families, our neighbors, and our friends.
We are Marion State Bank.
And have been for 100 years.
Come visit McDonald Land this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonald Land shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonald Land meal.
For over 50 years, Cartown has been servicing Northeast Louisiana, and the Sterlington Panthers have been a huge part of our growth. And for that, Cartown Tires and Service would like to say, Go Panthers!
Come visit McDonald Land this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonald Land shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonald Land meal.
Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care. Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care.
Well, good evening, Panther fans, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Prime Star Home Health Coaches Show. I'm Ben Hackler with Panther head coach Lee Doty. Coach, you doing good this evening?
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me.
Well, Coach, we're going to play a little catch-up tonight. We took a week off last week just with the heat, and hopefully you guys are fixing to be out of that. I saw some 60s, maybe low this weekend, so
that'd be nice.
Maybe we'll get into that. But I want to play some catch-up and recognize some guys that have served as your captains and players of the week the last few weeks. And so without further ado, let's jump in and recognize, Coach, your week one, Tioga. Who were your captains? And then we'll talk players of the week after we recognize our captains from that week.
Yeah, our captains that week was Trey Birch and Drew Whitlock. Drew, come on up here. Trey's not with us tonight. We'll catch up with him next week. And these guys are seniors for us and been all-district, all-NELA, all-state type players for us. Drew is unique this year. You know, every year I pick out a guy that, you know, goes out every week and does all the talking for us. And I've had some really good ones, and I got Drew now. But that's a joke. Everybody will laugh here later. But, yeah, he's doing a good job for us. But these were our captains this week, and we appreciate them. Thank you.
Good job, guys. All right, well, Coach Tioga, a big win for you guys. Get down there and handle business. Who were your first security title players of the week at Tioga?
It was David Hickman on offense and Cam Bagwell on defense. Come on up, guys. Let's give these guys a round of applause here. These guys had great nights for us, you know. Hickman had a really good night, you know, averaged, like 16 yards a carry and had 4 touchdowns, had a great night for us and kind of sparked us in the running game. And, you know, Bagwell got after the quarterback and running backs all night long and did a great job. And, you know, these guys are not done. They're going to continue to have a great year. And we appreciate these guys. These are our players of the week for Tioga.
Congratulations,
Thank you, guys.
guys.
Appreciate you.
All right, well, Coach, in the Rayville game, who were your captains for the Rayville week?
That was Jalen Bush and Connor Justice. Come on up, guys. Let's give these guys a big hand. These guys are great football players and also great students. Jalen's also a very good soccer player, and Connor's a very good baseball player. And, you know, Connor, he's applied for some of the U.S. Military academies. We hope it works out for him. Hope he can go there. And you know, we're going to keep working on them. And these guys have done a great job for us, and we appreciate them. These are our captains week 2. Appreciate you guys.
Congratulations, guys. Well, Coach, after that game, who were your first security title players of the week for week 2?
Well, we had a lot of guys that really showed out that night. You know, TJ could get every special teams award, I think, every week. He's done a heck of a job. But Christian Mott was our offensive player of the week. Christian, come on up. And Stephen English was our defensive player of the week. Come on up, Steve. Let's give these guys a hand. Mott here is a senior, has done a great job all 4 years for us. It was really good to see him have some success against Rayville. English is only a sophomore. You know, we always talk about, you know, if it continues to improve, will be a household name around Sterlington for a long time. But a heck of a game for both of these guys. They were the players of the week against Rayville, so let's give these guys a big hand. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Well, Coach, that brings us up to speed on week 3, and you guys welcomed in Ouachita. Before we talk about the football game, let's recognize our captains, and we'll save players of the week for after we talk about the football game.
Good. Our captains this past week was Gideon Ashley, Dawson Ferguson, and Sam Frazier. Another 3 guys right here who have been with us here for a while and always done a good job, and good students as well, good citizenship. And, going to do a lot of good things for us this year. These are our captains week 3, so let's give them a big hand right here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. All right, Coach, well, let's talk some football. And you guys, the game Thursday night that really was everybody got their money's worth, I believe, in watching that football game. A lot of folks thought that was going to be one-sided again, but you guys were able to lead most of the game. So a tough, hard-fought game. And you came up a little short there on the back end, 26-22 with about 15 seconds on the clock. They get one to make it 33-22. But having some time now to look back and kind of begin to kind of move on to the next thing, what's your overall assessment of the game before we get into specifics?
Just really proud of how our kids played. Coming out, I thought last year against Ouachita we really wasn't sure what to expect. Our kids knew what to expect this year. We talked about them, being ready to go and being focused this week and, match the physicality of Ouachita, which is tough to do, but I thought our kids did it. I thought they matched the hustle. I thought they matched everything. Sometimes you just come up a little bit short, and that's kind of what happened to us the other night, but it certainly wasn't our kids' effort. They got after it, and, there were some times we missed some execution on some things, but our effort was great. I thought our coaches did a great job. I thought our coaches had a great game plan, and worked really hard. And it's tough. You play that hard and you work that hard and you lose a game like that. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. So, we're going to try to move on and get ready.
Yeah, I think I've heard you say before, Coach, every week half the teams that compete end up on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Yeah, half the teams in Louisiana that played this weekend lost. We were just on the wrong side of it this time, and. We're not on that side very often, and when it is, it hurts. But you got to get that taste out of my mouth and move on.
Yeah, Coach. One of my favorite things I've heard you say over the years is that something bad is going to happen. It's going to depend on how you respond to it. As that ball game started, offensively, you had a couple turnovers early, but you guys didn't fall apart. A year ago, it felt like maybe some of that began to happen, kind of snowballed on you. What do you contribute that kind of ability this year to bounce back versus last year early?
Well, there's some maturity involved in it. Last year we had a first-time starting quarterback and, a bunch of young guys. Our quarterback's got a year under his belt. A lot of our offensive linemen were healthy this year. Last year they were not healthy. So just some maturity and maybe some better preparation on the coach's part as well. Being at home helped. We had a big crowd behind us. So there's a lot of things that kind of played into it. But, it was a lot better than it was last year for sure.
Yeah. Well, Coach, offensively, like I said, the first couple turnovers there early, but you guys really settled in offensively, able to move the football, and you get some points there early. What had you guys seen on film, and what were you kind of attacking against that Ouachita defense?
Well, we want to make the big guys have to run, and so we try to attack the perimeter and make those guys have to run and, make them play more than 3 downs and punt, and we just talked about getting first downs and make them stay on the field. And, we had 2 turnovers in the first half. If we convert those 2, then, we're probably sitting here talking about a different thing,
Right.
But, sometimes that happens too. And turnovers, we won't get all of them out of the way early in the year. So when we get to the games that really matter, we'll be ready to go.
Well, Coach, one of the things I noticed, and William and I talked about this some on the air, was you seem to use a lot of different personnel offensively. A lot of guys on the offensive line, a lot of guys in the skill positions. What does it do for you at this point of the season to be able to get that many guys involved as you keep saying, we want to get to the last game of the season. Mm-hmm. What does it do to get all those guys involved now?
Well, it builds you depth. We played 2 freshman offensive linemen in a couple of sets of the night that's not going to do anything but help us. We played like 6 different running backs. It's not going to do anything but help us. So it's going to help us as the year goes along, just having that depth and that experience. And I'll tell you another thing it does, it gives the guys that coaching defense on the other team fits. Right. Because you got to prepare for so much now and so many different formations, so many personnel groupings. And, like I said, it's going to be good for us down the road.
Yeah, Coach, you guys were able to even to throw the ball a pretty good bit. Got some open throws there. And how much is that helping even the play calling from the run game to be able to know that you've got some shots there?
Well, we're trying to keep people from loading the box up on us like they've done in the past. And, we have a lot more confidence in J-Rob this year. And, we got some receivers who can go. And we got to get the ball in their hands more. And, I think that was just a sample size of what we're planning on doing and what we're trying to get out here and do. We haven't protected very well up to this week. I thought we did a pretty good job of protection. But, it's a lot of things involved in throwing the football, and more of it than just throwing and catching. And
right.
As our guys get better and at protection, and they will, then, we'll be able to open it up more with some of these guys we got to throw the ball to.
Yeah, well, Coach, defensively, I think that had been the one we talked about even last week, that a little bit concerned about the defensive ability to stop, especially Ouachita's quarterback and running back in space. But really, I'd have to think that, you said it was going to be hard to simulate speed in practice, but it seems like you guys must have figured out something because you did a pretty good job of containing that all night Thursday night.
It was the best game we played defensively by far this year. It's not even close. Charles Day, who's the first cousin of the running back at Ouachita, kind of played scout team quarterback for us. So, he runs around pretty good back there too. So
yeah,
I think our coaching staff did a good job of trying, teach our kids to contain and not leave your feet trying to tackle these guys and, keep making them bounce it. And when we did that, we had good success. But I thought it was the best defensive plan we've had, and I thought our kids played outstanding.
Yeah, Coach, a year ago, you look at Montreal Connor, the quarterback, and those broken plays were really where he kind of made his money last year. This year, you guys are able to keep him in the pocket. And what is the advantage of keeping a guy like that in the pocket versus you just trying to chase him around?
Well, we kind of went in thinking that he really wants to throw the football. That's what he wants to do. He wants to prove that he can throw the football. So, we felt better about him throwing the football than him getting outside and running. So we tried to contain him. And, we had great coverage all night, except a couple of times. We busted like 2 coverages. But the rest of the night we had good coverage. And but he can throw the football now.
Yeah.
He can still throw it, but I'd rather face him and let him throw it than facing him and let him run it for sure.
Well, then one of the things you had said leading up to the game was that that Waddell Clark, the wide receiver, probably one of the best athletes on that team. And I think one of the things I was impressed with our secondary this week was they were step for step with him a lot of times. And there was 2 times he just made plays. And you kind of have to live with, hey, good throw, good catch sometimes. Right. But you guys were in position. And what did you work on in practice that kind of gave them, does that just growth, maturity? Do you contribute that to? Or?
Well, just trying to stay in his hip pocket, and understand that he's going to get behind you, but, it's got to be a perfect throw a lot of times and just keep playing through the throw. But I said last year, and I still believe this, I thought he was the most underrated player in Northeast Louisiana last year, and I'll stand by that now. He's just a freak of an athlete. He's not nearly as big as you think he is. He's not as big as he plays.
Right.
So, but he's a weapon, and if they'll get him the ball more this year, then they're going to give a lot of folks a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I'm going to ask you one question because there was a lot of questions that we were getting text messages about during the game Thursday night, and I'm not going to tee you up for a lot of these, but I want to ask the one question. I believe it was in the 4th quarter, and it was Clark makes a good catch along the far sideline. Mm-hmm. The back judge rules him out of bounds. Right. The other official runs in and says it's a catch. What was the explanation you were given on how that overruling took place?
Well, I didn't really get an explanation on that until I called timeout. And I was told that both of them had to make that call. They get together. I thought the ball did hit the ground. But, if we don't turn the ball over 2 times in the first half, that call doesn't matter. I want to make sure that we get into a situation where our kids hold themselves accountable.
Yes, sir.
And they don't blame the officials because, ultimately we got to make those plays. If you're going to beat teams like that, you got to make plays. And if we made 2 or 3 more plays in that game than what happened on the other side of it, it really doesn't matter. And I just don't want our kids to have those excuses and to use that as an excuse because I think that's an easy way out.
Yeah.
I don't like social media. I don't like all the posts about everything where 90% of the people that's talking about the officials will talk about me the following day. So, but we need to do a better job of taking accountability on our football team and do a better job of making plays, and we won't have to worry about those 7 or 8 other guys that are out there.
Yeah. Well, Coach, the other thing I wanted to just talk about briefly before we take our first break is William Lyon and Jalen Bush have both turned out to be pretty good assets in the kicking game. How do you manage both those guys? How do you decide, especially on the sky kick? Seems like Williams kind of found his place at the extra point, and I believe he's perfect on the year. I don't want to jinx him, but he's perfect on the year, doing a great job there. But when it comes to the kickoff, how are you deciding which guy you're going to put in at that moment?
Well, I just kind of do it by feel, William kicks better to one side than Jalen does. Jalen kicks better to the other side
well,
than William does. And we're just kind of playing with it right now. And, we're doing some things differently every week on kickoff and punch, and I think, we'll have some different stuff this week. But, I don't know if any of them will ever, take over it full time. Jalen's senior and he's earned the right to do that, but we're trying to get William ready to do this for 3 more years.
Right. Well, Coach, any final thoughts on the Ouachita game before we recognize your players of the week?
I thought it was a great atmosphere. The one thing I'll say is I thought the sportsmanship was really good between the two teams. After the game, it was good to see, everybody mingling, and I thought that was great. I think that's great for our community. I think it's great for their community, but I'm going to tell you, this game will pay off somewhere down the line. And, we just got to keep building on the success we had and fix the mistakes we made and, just get it done, no doubt.
Well, Coach, let's talk about those first security title players of the week for the Ouachita game.
Well, we got the Birch brothers, TJ and Trey. And Trey's not here, but we'll catch Trey next week. And, man, he's having a heck of a year so far, and we're looking forward to seeing what he's going to do this week. I think Trey had his best game of the year. And I challenged Trey earlier in the week, and I said, this is a scholarship game here. This is the game you'll get recognized. Nobody's going to be concerned about what you did against Team A or Team B. They want to see you play against these guys with all the speed. TJ just did a heck of a job, man. He does a heck of a job on special teams and running the ball, and he gets better every week too. So these are our players of the game. Let's give these guys a big hand.
Yeah, Coach, one of the things about TJ that I appreciate is it's not often you see a fullback returning kicks, and he's got a pretty good average on the year.
Yeah, he does. He's faster than everybody gives him credit for, no doubt.
Absolutely. Congratulations to those guys. Well, Panther fans, we're going to take 60 seconds, then we'll be right back with the second half of the Prime Star Home Health Coaches Show in just a moment.
For over 50 years, Cartown has been servicing Northeast Louisiana, and the Sterlington Panthers have been a huge part of our growth. And for that, Cartown Tires and Service would like to say, Go Panthers!
Sustaining a brain injury due to someone else's negligence is devastating. Downs Law Firm can't change what happened, but they will fight to hold those at fault accountable and aggressively negotiate with insurance to recover fair compensation.
Neither snow-capped mountains nor puddles of water, nor unexpected detours with a 20-foot drainage pipe can stop the ruggedly capable Telluride X Pro from getting you to your dinner reservation on time.
Okay.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Well, Panther fans, we're back for the Prime Star Home Health Coaches Show for the second half of our show. And I want to talk this week about the Panthers being on the road to take on the West Ouachita Chiefs. And Coach, a familiar opponent in West Ouachita, really good game at our place last year. It was a tough one to lose at home. And as you guys have gotten ready for the Chiefs this week, I know it's only Tuesday, but how are you preparing your guys to make the trip across the parish?
Well, let's talk about a contrast of styles between week 3 and week 4. Totally different preparation this week. West Ouachita reminds me of us a whole lot.
Yeah.
They're going to run the veer. They're going to get in the I formation. They got big people up front. I think, they're going to try to ram it down our throats. And defensively, they're well coached. They're always where they're supposed to be. And, like I said, we're going over their play. So we got our work cut out for us the next couple of days.
Yeah, well, coaches, you talk about them kind of reflecting kind of what we do, especially offensively. Does that an advantage or a disadvantage because you see it so often, or you can, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about that. I mean, we're familiar with it, and we know, basically we know what gives our guys trouble.
Right.
So, we're going to go in with that prep that what has given us trouble offensively, we're going to try to do the same thing. And but yeah, I mean, it's definitely familiar, and like I said, it really is going to come down to execution. I think do they execute well against us? Are we going to tackle, or are we going to line up right? Because they're going to get some different formations, and so it's really on us this week.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I love what Coach Rainwater's done over there. They were up in 5A, made the move back down to 4 last year, and it seems like we know they lost a lot of seniors last week. It was a really senior-laden class. Last year, they're coming in this year at 2-1. Took an opening week loss to Richwood, which I think surprised them a little bit. But offensively, they seem like they kind of found their groove the last couple of weeks. What have you seen them do well on film?
Well, I hadn't seen them turn the ball over very much, and I think a beer team that doesn't turn the ball over is always going to give you trouble because you got to play assignment football and you got to be so disciplined on defense, and they don't get a lot of stupid penalties, and they score points, and they're gotten better. It's no doubt. I think them and Richwood in week 4 will be a whole lot different game than week 1.
Yeah. Well, Coach, defensively, they again kind of base out of a 4-3 and nothing really unfamiliar there. But what have you seen them do well week to week that you're looking at, hey, we've got some opportunities here, or maybe even some challenges with what they do?
Well, I think they'll back up off the ball and read our linemen. They do a really good job of that, and they fit really well with their linebackers. I think we'll have, a little bit of a speed advantage if we can get in the secondary. I think we'll be good to go if we can get there, but the execution on our part has got to get us to that point. I think speed-wise we'll be fine. Can we match the physicality that they're going to bring up front? So if we can do that and we can get in the secondary, then I think we got a chance to make some big plays. But if they ball us up in the backfield, then, it may be a long night.
Yeah, well, Coach, offensively, I know each week I love to ask you this question is just the areas of growth that you've seen from week 1 to week 3, now heading into week 4. Offensively, what are you really looking for from your guys?
Well, I'll tell you what I like about us is we're using a lot of formations, but we're lining up right a lot. And we're still lining up wrong some, but we're lining up right a lot. And, as a 16, 17-year-old kid, to be able to process the information that's coming in 40 seconds about where you're supposed to line up, because our play calls are really long, and where to line up, then what to do, and then get on the line of scrimmage and make the calls. I think it's been great seeing us how we progressed there. But we got a lot of growth to do.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a long way to go. I mean, I just think we're scratching the surface. I think, I think offensively we can be really, really good. And we kind of talked about the one ball mentality.
Right.
We got 7 or 8 playmakers and one ball. So, scheming and trying to get a guy a touch here or there, it's been a challenge for our guys, but I thought they did a great job last week of doing that.
Yeah, I thought so too. Coach, well, the same question for your defense. Just what have you seen? What are you pleased with? And what are the areas of growth this week? Like, man, we need to really take a step in that direction this week.
And I just thought we were so much more physical this week than we have been. I thought we tackled better. I thought we covered better. And, I always go back to this. We lined up right, and we kept it simple.
Yeah.
And when you know what to do, you can play fast. And I thought our kids did a really great job of that. And, it's been a lot of hair pulling going on in that defensive coach's office, trying to figure it out. I think we got the right guys, and we got to find if we just go and get after it. But we got to get after it when we get off the bus. We can't wait till the third quarter to get after it.
Coach, on road trips, you tend to take one of two directions. So you may not even know the answer to this question yet, but just out of curiosity, when it comes to Friday, will you go?
When we get off the bus, and I think we need to take advantage of that.
Well, Coach, what about for our fans? I know it's it's a different situation. It may be difficult, but different.
Yeah.
For our fans that come to the game.
I think I'm going to be glad I'm on the field. We're sharing the home side,
right?
Or what's going to be the old home side. Mm-hmm. And I'm not really sure exactly how they got that divided up or how they're going to handle it. But I know that they got a good principal.
Yes.
They got a good school board member, and Rainwater's going to do a good job, so they're going to have a good plan.
Yeah.
And, so everybody should feel good about going over there. And, But, like I said, it is going to be a challenge for everybody.
Tired of battling weeds and patchy grass? Sure Enough Green's got you covered. From weed control, fertilizer, irrigation, aeration, and tree and shrub treatment, Sure Enough does it all to keep your lawn looking its best. Need your yard clean? Call Sure Enough Green. Spraying solutions that work.
Got a lot of stuff? We've got the space. With 2 convenient locations, let Ashley store stuff safe. Sterlington Ashley Storage is where our customers are treated like family.
First Security Title of Monroe provides real estate transaction services in Northeast Louisiana. The closing process has never been easier. With a dedicated staff that takes pride in helping our customers obtain quality service. First Security Title, 1818 Avenue of America, Monroe.
Neither snow-capped mountains nor puddles of water, nor unexpected detours with a 20-foot drainage pipe can stop the ruggedly capable Telluride X Pro from getting you to your dinner reservation on time.
Okay.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Sustaining a brain injury due to someone else's negligence is devastating. Downs Law Firm can't change what happened, but they will fight to hold those at fault accountable and aggressively negotiate with insurance to recover fair compensation.
Fence Depot uses quality materials and has the expertise to give you the best service with the best price. They take pride in offering their customers a full selection of fencing options. For chain link, ornamental, vinyl, wildlife, and more, try Fence Depot in West Monroe. 318-331-4457. Fence Depot.
Well, good evening, Panther fans, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Sterlington Panther football, brought to you by McDonald's. Had to have you join us here tonight as the Sterlington Panthers have made the trip across Ouachita Parish to the campus of West Ouachita. at AR Red Sim Stadium for a matchup between the Panthers and the Chiefs here tonight. I'm Ben Hackler here with William Handy. And waiting for the sun to get real low so we can actually see the logo on the field. Will, how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling blinded right now. That thing is coming right. That sun is like right in our eyes. But no, feeling good. We rode the roller coaster ride over here to get here. You know, whenever you come to West Ouachita, you feel like you're at Six Flags on one of those crazy rides because, boy, it is windy. But, man, they've got all that construction going on the other side, and we've heard some really big things about what that's going to be. I mean, this is a nice facility anyway, but it's going to be really nice, I guess, in a year and a half or so.
Yeah. They said I think the completion date's mid-season next year, but probably going to wait till the fall of 27 to actually open it up and use it for football. But, about $10 million, I believe, is what's being spent over here right now on the facility upgrade. So, yeah, they're pretty excited about that. Some good things happening over here. Head coach Rainwater has done a great job over here kind of revitalizing the program. They had a successful year last year. Of course, this Panthers roll in tonight. We kind of feel like we owe them one. They kind of stole one from us at home last year. So I know our guys are excited to get after it. But always a good matchup with West Ouachita. We seem to match up well with them, and I look forward to tonight.
Yeah, and the funny thing you asked in the coaches show talking about the offense they run and the defense they run mirrors us a lot.
You almost think of the coordinators like grew up together or something.
You almost think. They probably have Thanksgiving and Christmas together too. Isn't that kind of strange?
It's kind of weird.
About? Yeah. The Breen brothers. This will be what? This will be Breen Brother 2 Bowl, I guess. Last year I guess was the inaugural. But, great game last year. You know, it came down to the last drive. They went for 2 points and beat us 29-28. It was a big win for the Chiefs. And, of course, we all know how everything played out. You know, we took some licks in the season, but ultimately it paid off and were rewarded at the end in the state championship game that we won. But, great. Just to piggyback on what you said, you know, Coach Rainwater's done a great job over here with this program. And, I think the future's really bright for the Chiefs.
Absolutely. Well, this year the Chiefs roll in at 2-1. Had an opening season loss to Richwood, and I was talking to some friends of mine over here, and just was a night that we kind of understand, a night that penalties got away from the ball, got on the turf, and Richwood was able to get one. But the last 2 weeks, this Chiefs offense and defense has seemed to kind of find their way against Winfield and Jonesboro Hodge.
Yeah, and I think that was the thing. We talk about it all the time, being about gelling. And they run the same Veer offense we do. And I think that was probably part of it, with the offensive line they had. Week 1 and 2, we talked about that. That's usually your big jump. And I think that's probably what happened with West Ouachita. And, they're starting to kind of hit their stride in about week 3. So what we see tonight is going to be vastly different, I think, from that team that took on Richwood week 1. So, I expect to see a very, probably an aggressive offensive line like we normally expect to see in this Veer offense. Defensively, they've really tightened it up quite a bit. Watched a little film on them with Winfield, and really they did a good job of filling the gaps. Once I guess past the second quarter, really they pretty much shut Winfield down. And so I expect a really good game tonight. It's like playing yourself. It really is.
In some ways, these two programs have kind of mirrored each other just the way they approach the game. But, of course, Sterlington tonight rolls in also at 2-1 with a big win down at Tioga. Week 1 came home and faced Rayville. And then last Thursday night, Ouachita came in and a game that really did come down to late in the fourth quarter. Panthers led most of that game, and then there at the end, it just kind of got away from them a little bit there. And I love what Coach Doty said, though. He said, man, the effort and the way our guys played, he could not have been more proud of.
Oh, I will tell you, that game Thursday night, just it made me feel really good about where this program is and where this team is particularly. Last year was just an absolute disaster. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong in that game. And, I think a lot of people expected a similar circumstance, maybe not the same, but felt like Ouachita would get the game under control and just kind of ride it to the end. And I tell you what, offensively and defensively, the Panthers came to play. And what Coach Doty said is so true. There's a couple of, we had a turnover early in the game, just a couple of plays that if those are made, totally different game.
Yep.
And I tell you, I felt good about that game when it was over because the effort was there. And the other thing we talked about, too, on that line of scrimmage, and I'm talking about offensive and defensive side of the ball, we saw so many players being rotated in. Our depth this year is so much deeper than what we've had for probably a few seasons, we always have good lines, but I tell you, I feel good about the second team guys coming in.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely. There's a good
no
group of
drop
freshmen that have come in and really been able to contribute almost immediately.
They really did. And you know, we've been hearing about this middle school team for the last 2 or 3 years, and a lot of big kids. And, you know, I said, yeah, okay, we'll see what happens when they get to varsity. Well, they are there, and they contribute. It's not like, I mean, you don't have to look any farther than, you know, Silas Ashley, what he does on the defensive side of the ball, but he's just one of several players that are really making an impact on that line of scrimmage, and that's what you want, particularly in the type of game we play.
Yeah, and on the offensive line, you got guys like Mason Lingfeld, Tucker Sturdivant, both freshmen that we saw some action last week with the different personnel packages, being able to roll them in, giving some extra to bodies, and then also to the depth thing that you just mentioned, the way that we play. It's usual for us for a lineman to get nicked an ankle for, you know, a play or a series, and it's so good to have young guys who can step in. And they may make a mistake. They are. I love the way Coach Pierce used to say they're puppies, right? They're going to pee on the carpet a little bit every now and then. And, but they learn from that, and they get, if you're quote unquote house trained, right? And they be able to do the things. But these early season snaps are so important for what's down the road.
And the nice thing about it, they're getting experience not against you know, like a second rate team. I mean, those kids are going in against Ouachita.
Right.
I mean, it's like, you know, and I'm not picking – I always say Cicely Island because they don't exist anymore. But they were good in the day, okay? But I'm just saying you're not going against a team with, you know, 25 players on the whole roster. And I think when you get those guys in those games like Ouachita, Neville, West Ouachita, and they get in the firing line, it really makes them that much better because they say, hey, man, I can compete with these guys, you know, and I see what it's like. And then when you get into district, you're going to get back down to guys just like you, and you're going to get so much better. It's not, you don't get better playing somebody that's inferior. You get better when you play teams that should be better than you.
That's right. Well, Panther fans, we're going to take our first break in just a moment. Before we do that, we do want to take a moment to remember David Bryant. David Bryant's been a long-time supporter of Panther football, supports our sponsors, our turnover calls. When our defense gets a turnover, you'll hear us say, that turnover brought to you by David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor. David passed away Sunday at his home, and we had his funeral yesterday. And so we want to take a moment just to remember David and to pray for his family. So if you would you join us for 30 seconds of silence just in memory of David Bryant? Panther fans, thank you for that. We're going to take our 60-second break, and we'll be back to get you set for kickoff in just a moment.
Around here, family is more than just a last name. It's who you show up for. For generations, the Compton family and Architects Windows and Doors has stood by this community with honesty, hard work, and a handshake you can trust. Because every window we design, every door we assemble, isn't just about your house. It's about your home. Family owned, community rooted. Architects Windows and Doors, a family business built for your family.
Craftsman Federal Credit Union, serving our members with their financial needs. Waiting for interest rates to fall? Why wait? Craftsman Federal Credit Union can get you in the vehicle you want today at rates where you can enjoy the ride. Become a member today and see the difference at Craftsman Federal Credit Union, with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington, or visit us at craftmanfcu.com. Local people helping local people since 1953.
Come visit McDonald Land this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonald Land shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonald Land meal.
For over 50 years, Cartown has been servicing Northeast Louisiana, and the Sterlington Panthers have been a huge part of our growth. And for that, Cartown Tires and Service would like to say, go Panthers!
Sterlington Rehabilitation Hospital and Rural Health Clinics offers inpatient and outpatient services. And they're now offering LSVT Big treatment to those suffering from Parkinson's disease. They're seeing many documented improvements in patients, such as faster walking with bigger steps, improved balance, better movement in the torso, and a reduced risk of falling. They're LSVT Big certified. Please come by and see one of their certified clinicians today.
Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care. Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care.
The law offices of Street and Street, fighting for the injured in Louisiana. When you hire us, you get us. Our clients are represented by one of our seasoned attorneys with over 65 years of experience handling cases in Louisiana. Our goal is simple: to advocate and fight for the rights of the injured. Call today for a consultation. 318-325-4418. Street and Street.
Sustaining a brain injury due to someone else's negligence is devastating. Downs Law Firm can't change what happened, but they will fight to hold those at fault accountable and aggressively negotiate with insurance to recover fair compensation.
Got a lot of stuff? We've got the space. With 2 convenient locations, let Ashley Storage keep your stuff safe. In Monroe and Sterlington, Ashley Storage is where our customers are treated like family.
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
Panther fans, welcome back into tonight's broadcast of Panther football, brought to us by our premier sponsor, McDonald's. And a national anthem and prayer have happened, and so now we'll wait for the teams to make their way to the sidelines. Panthers make their way. White pants, white jerseys, and black helmets tonight. And West Ouachita will be making their way to the sideline in just a moment. And we really tonight, I guess really the expectation is just smash mouth football. As both teams are going to want to run the football first. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few throws in there as the brothers try to find the edge.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. I think you're going to see a lot of run game tonight. But, you're going to see some pops down the field. I just watching the game last week, they hit some big strikes down the field, West Ouachita did. And so, we always seem to have something up our sleeves somewhere during the game as well. So I expect it to be primarily run, but I think we'll see some surprises tonight too.
All right, looks like team captains tonight will be number 26, Cullen Barnett, and number 55, Drew Whitlock. William, let's get that starting lineup in while we've got a chance. And I'll start with the offense and let you catch the defense in just a moment. Looks like number 18, Noah Crane, just joined them as well. Starting lineup for your Panther offense, number 69, Dawson Ferguson. Number 62, Gideon Ashley at the tackle positions. The guards, number 55, Drew Whitlock, and number 68, Cam Rugg. Number 54, Luke Crane at center. The tight end, number 20, Chris Pearson. Your wide receivers tonight, number 1, Devin Downs. Number 18, Noah Crane. Fullback, number 6, T.J. Birch. The tailback, number 14, Shamarian Dismuke. And your quarterback, number 7, J-Rob Breen.
On the defensive side of the ball tonight, defensive end, number 11, Stephen English. At the other defensive end, number 9, Cam Bagwell. At defensive tackle, number 90, Silas Ashley. At nose, number 93, Blake Franklin. At linebacker, number 23, Trey Birch. At dog, number 47, Drew Voker. At linebacker, number 33, Connor Justice. At corner, number 5, Jalen Bush. At the other corner, number 10, Nick Cooper. At safety, number 2, Sam Frazier. And at the other safety, number 8, Keenan Green.
That is your Panther starting lineup for tonight's game here at West Ouachita. And Panther fans, we are getting set for the coin toss. Coin toss tonight brought to us by Jim Taylor Chevrolet of Rayville. So we'll wait and see who West Ouachita's folks will be. And we talked about West Ouachita earlier, the success they found and kind of the growth that they've seen the last 3 weeks. And they had a big class of seniors last year they had to replace, and especially at the skill positions. Looking back, the quarterback that graduated last year, he really did a nice job with their offense. He's who J-Rob is for us for the most part. And this year he's replaced by Devin Ellis at quarterback. Devin was their backup last year, and so comes in with a lot of experience. And looks like their captains are making their way. That'll be number 56, Hayden Thrasher. Number 16, let me get those numbers, Gavin Yeager. And number 15, Eli Cobb.
You know, one thing we talk about, they did lose a lot of players last year, but West Ouachita is kind of like us. They've run this system for several years now, and of course we have run that. This goes back to Coach Ashley. You know, veer offense is what we always concentrate on. So, you know, they try to keep this thing consistent and try to do kind of plug and play.
Well, the Panthers will call it in the air. They're receiving their instructions from the White Hat. We might need to give Miss Mildred a microphone. She could tell us everything that's going on. West Ouachita won the toss and will elect to receive. And so we'll be moving in just a moment. Do want to say a special welcome to our radio fans joining us on 92.3 FM The Ranch. That radio broadcast brought to you by Domino's Pizza in Sterlington. All right, so the officials they'll huddle up at midfield. They'll have their final moment together. And, William, it's just time to put the football down.
It sure is. We are about 2 minutes out. Now, last week, we had to sit around for about 5 minutes after they tossed.
Yeah, I think we were a little ahead, and they don't like to start that thing till right at 7.
They sure don't. So they'll have a super long prayer there at the middle of the field, I guess. But really excited about this game tonight. Like I said, it was so close last year. I know the Panthers would like to get a little, payback on this if they can. But, West Ouachita, I think Coach Doty said it well. Very well coached, very disciplined team, and I expect them to be right there, right at the end with us.
All right, well, Panther fans, that brings us to the first quarter, brought to us by Architects Window and Door. Looks like it will be Jalen Bush to do the kickoff. Coach and I talked about that this week, William, just about how does he decide which kicker to use. Jalen with a little bit bigger leg, but William Line has come on and done a great job for us as well. And Coach says just kind of by feel which one or what he wants to do and how he wants to do it. And so it looks like Jalen will get the nod here for the first kickoff of the night. This kickoff brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Back deep for the Chiefs will be number 16, Yeager, and number 2, Lorenzo Price. Everybody gets set. Waiting on the White Hat. There's the whistle, and we are set to begin. Bush makes his approach. Be a high kick over towards the near sideline, taken about the 18-yard line by Yeager, trying to find some room. And he'll be taken down the 30-yard line. Believe that was Cason Huggins in on the stop.
Yeah, it was Cason Huggins. Nice tackle, got him low, brought him down, kept the yardage down. So they'll have this ball. I believe they're going to set this on the 31-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. We'll see.
Yeah, one thing we're going to have to pay attention to, William, I just noticed they flipped the home and visitor sideline, so the markers are on the near sideline. I was looking for them over there, like, wait a minute, they're close to us. So they're right here close to us. Looks like it will be a 5-man front for that Panther defense as West Ouachita comes out in the eye. Now they'll walk their tight end over. There's a toss back. And he's going to be taken out in the backfield by English and Bagwell.
Man, nice job on both ends. English got in there, cut him down low, and yet Bagwell come in and clean him up. It's going to be a loss of 1 yard. That's exactly what you want to see out of your defensive ends, immediate impact. It's going to be a loss. It's going to be second down and 11 for the Chiefs. The ball is going to be at their 30-yard line.
Yeah, and that 5-man front, it looks like it's going to be that'll be Breland Davis and Silas Ashley in the middle. And then you've got Franklin, English, and Bagwell filling it out. I formation again for the Chiefs. Ellis goes under center. There's a snap. Give to the fullback. He'll find 3, maybe 4, up to about the 35. And it'll be a Cartown third down for that Panther defense.
Went right into the teeth of that defense. Blake Franklin was in on that tackle along with, guess who, Trey Birch. And he was able to pick up pretty good yardage on that. I'm going to give him about, it was a 5-yard gain. So they're looking at 3rd down and 6. The ball's at their own 35-yard line.
Chiefs go to 2 receivers to the near side. I formation behind Ellis. That'll be Baugh and Dean. Now bring a man in motion. That's Prince. And we're going to have a false start. Back them up 5 yards. And they'll lose what they just gained. That'll bring up Cartown 3rd down again.
Yeah, Eagle Eye. Cam Bagwell had that one, so couldn't hide on that. So that'll take out that gain. We'll bring that ball back to the 30-yard line. So the Chiefs will be facing 3rd down and 11 from their own 30. 10:30 left in this first quarter.
All right, Panther defense making some calls there. They'll stay in the 50. 1 receiver to each side. Ellis goes under center. There's a snap. Play action pass. He takes a shot, and it's going to be knocked away.
That was good coverage by Sam Frazier. Ball came in high. That was coming to number 7, Dylan Robb. He's one of their big targets downfield, tight end. Had pressure coming in from English, and looked like Bagwell was coming in as well. You had Ellis stand in the pocket, very calmly delivered it down the field, but Frazier was there to contest the pass, so incomplete. Punting unit comes out.
Still into rehab 4th down as Devin Downs drops back for the Panthers, standing around his own 35-yard line. There's the snap. Panthers bring a little heat, and they're going to run into the kicker. Downs is going to take it. Now he's going to make some room, and he'll be tackled around the 40, but that's going to be –
looks like it's going to be a
5-yard. I think maybe the 15 kind.
I don't know. He was –
hit him in the legs.
Let's see. I was watching the communication between those 2 officials.
Yeah, you're right, mate.
I think it was a 5-yard. I think he was just running into the kicker. I don't think it's a personal foul.
It looks like the coaches next door agree with you. So they'll add it to the run. That'll back it up from the 41. Will be Panther football. They'll back it up from the 41 to the 36. Oh, they're going to decline it. So we'll just take it right there. Panther offense comes out 1st and 10. They're on 41-yard line. 9:42 on the clock here in the Arklatex Windows and Door first quarter.
That was a nice return by Devin Downs, and we expect to see a little bit more of Devin Downs tonight. You know, the goal is to have him up and running really when we hit district. That's when we want him at his peak. So that Panther offense comes out. Ball's at their own 41-yard line. 1st down and 10.
Noah Crane, the receiver to the far side. Devin Downs set here to the near side. Peyton Park-Smith also set to the near side. 2 backs behind Breen. That'll be Dismuke and Birch. There's a snap. Now around to Park-Smith. He'll outrun one man. Through another. He's at midfield, cross midfield into Chief territory, out of bounds around the 46-yard line for a Downs Law Firm. 1st down for the Panthers.
That was a nice run by Park-Smith, a little reverse action. Get up the sideline, looked like he's going to step out. He cut it back inside, picked up an additional probably 4 yards on that carry. That's a nice way to start this game for the Panthers. It's going to be 1st down and 10. The ball is at the 46 of the Chiefs.
Panthers go to the full backfield. Devin Downs, a lone receiver near side. 3 backs behind Breen. There's the snap. Breen drops back, looking for the quick hitch. And almost threw an interception. A little too far inside. Pass intended for Devin Downs.
Yeah, that was actually read very nicely by Yeager of the Chiefs. Tried to hit Downs on a quick shot. And really nice job of Downs kind of getting that ball away from Yeager. Looked like Yeager had a chance to intercept it. Fortunately, Downs was in there to contest that, so incomplete. Again, that ball is at the 46 of the Chiefs. Panthers have a 2nd down and 10.
Looks like it'll be Twins receivers to the near side. Birch, Dismuke, and I believe that's Park-Smith in the backfield. Bring a man in motion. Toss back to Park-Smith, trying to find the edge. Looking for a block. He'll find one. Ball comes out, and it's going to be recovered by the Chiefs.
Well, that was terrible. That was to happen. Park-Smith made a great play and had good blocks downfield. Looked like Downs was in there, and just ball pops out. I think it got hit, but turned the ball over. The Chiefs recovered at their own 36-yard line. You know, that's one thing Coach Doty said, you know, generally in these games like this, you don't want to have turnovers. And, of course, that That happened right here on his first series, but the Chiefs have it first down and 10.
Chiefs go back to the I formation with Ellis under center, Ball and Dean behind him in the I. One receiver set to each side. There's the snap. Quarterback keeps it, now pitches it. Trying to find some room, and he is not going to find anything. That's Sam Frazier again.
Yeah, that was a great play by that defense. They jammed up the fullback. That was not an option. You saw Stephen English come in, and he got a hold to Ellis when he pitched it out, and then Sam Frazier was right there, Johnny on the spot. I mean, that play was not going anywhere. Matter of fact, the Chiefs lost 2 yards on that carry. It's going to be second down and 12 at their own 34-yard line.
Chiefs stay in the same formation. Ellis gets him set and goes under center. There's a snap. Be a give. Little trap up to the fullback. And he'll find some success up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that was a trap play. A lot of eye candy there. Hands it off to the fullback. Took it right up the middle. Keenan Green was there to make the stop, but not before he picked up pretty good yardage on that. Got it down to the 43-yard line of the Chiefs. They're looking at a third down and 3.
Cartown third down again. I formation for the Chiefs as Ellis goes under center. There's the snap. Fullback give. He's trying to get to the 45. And he may have gotten there, but I believe that's going to still be short, and we'll have a Sterlington rehab fourth down.
I tell you, it's going to be very close, man.
They're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, I was going to say when the line judge on this side looked like it was a little short, the one on the far side came in right on the yard marker for 46. Coach Doty's having a conversation about it.
The ball is short of the 46. They had to get across the 46 to get the first down.
Yeah, they hadn't moved the chains yet. I know Coach Doty was looking at that real close. So it is a fourth down. No?
Okay, we're going to leave that one alone, but they are going to give them a first down.
No comment.
I was just taking a breath. There we go. I formation for the Chiefs again. Ellis under center. There's a snap. Fullback give. Panthers had him and let him slip for 3. He gets up to about midfield. Give him 4 on that. It'll be second down.
Yeah, had several of the Panthers come in on that stop. Looked like Stephen English was the first one to get there. But he was able to pick up 4 yards on that carry. And just like our offense, you want to stay ahead of the chains. That's the same thing you're going to see with the Chiefs. They want to stay ahead of the chains. You get 4 yards of carry. They're very content with that. So it'll be second down and 6 at midfield.
I formation. Ellis takes it. Going to be a quick. He was trying to pitch it, and here's no room to pitch as English is in there.
Man, English was on top of him. Like you said, Ben, he was trying to get the ball out. Smart play by English. He wrapped him up high. He could not get that pitch out. And, you know, lucky English didn't strip the ball. It's going to be a loss for the Chiefs. Looks like it's going to be a loss of about 3 yards.
We're going to take 60 seconds. We've reached the LHSAA hydration timeout. Timeout tonight brought to us by Prime Star Home Health. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
Come visit McDonald Land this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonald Land shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonald Land meal.
Craftsman Federal Credit Union, serving our members with their financial needs. Waiting for interest rates to fall? Why wait? Craftsman Federal Credit Union can get you in the vehicle you want today at rates where you can enjoy the ride. Become a member today and see the difference at Craftsman Federal Credit Union, with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington, or visit us at craftmanfcu.com. Local people helping local people since 1953.
For over 50 years, Cartown has been Cartown Tires and Service would like to say, go Panthers.
Panther fans, we're back. Architects window and door, first quarter, no score. Power I for the Chiefs. Giving it straight ahead across midfield. They'll gain about 3, but it will be a Sterlington rehab fourth down at midfield.
Yeah, I believe Cam Bagwell was there to make that stop. Minimal gain on that carry. He was able to get it back to midfield. So the Chiefs have fourth down and 6. Right now, keeping the offense on the field.
Panther fans, we have addressed the poll in the middle of the stream on YouTube. We apologize. That has been fixed. You were still getting to hear our lovely voices, though. We'll do our best. I formation again. Ellis under center. There's a snap. Will be a play-action pass. Throws it out, and it'll fall incomplete, and that will be a turnover on downs. That turnover brought to us by David Bryant, your local Sterlington Realtor.
Trying to hit his big target, Dylan Robb, the tight end over here on this left side. And a nice job of Sam Frazier shadowing him. And, of course, that Panther defense was applying the pressure. But defense did a good job of making a stand on that fourth down. So the Panthers take over in good field position at midfield, be first down and 10.
Special thank you to Chad Merrill, who was noticing that poll first. Here we go. Navy formation for the Panthers. Going to be a give to Dismuke, trying to find some room this near side. Does find a lane. He spins across the 45 down to the 44. Nice gain there on first down.
Yeah, that was a great job of blocking up front. I believe that was Cam Rugg, and I believe it was Gideon Ashland out there too. That got a running lane set up for Dismuke, but a nice gain on first down. Got the ball down to the 44. The Chiefs going to be second down and 4.
Panthers go with the full backfield again. Noah Crane, the lone receiver, out to the far side. Breen under center. Now Dismuke goes in motion. There it is. Breen's going to keep it, and he's going to have a Downs Law Firm first down up to about the 37-yard line.
Such a good fake, Ben. I completely lost it. I thought he handed the ball off to Birch, but nice read by Breen. Keeping that ball, took it on that left side, and really just kind of the mosh pit, as I like to call it. You like to laugh about that, but it's what it looks like. But they managed to push the ball down to the 38-yard line of the Chiefs. Panthers have it first down and 10.
Panthers stay with the same formation. Breen under center. There's a snap. Going to be a quick sweep to Dismuke, trying to find some room again on that outside. And he won't find anything there. Back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Really, that was a nice job of that Chief defense stringing that play out. They filled the gaps. Had a couple of blocks out there, but the Chiefs were there to fill it. And going to be no gain for the Panthers. Ball remains at the 38-yard line of the Chiefs. Be second down and 10.
0-3 remaining here in the first quarter. No score between the Panthers and Chiefs. They bring Crane to the near side, set close. Dismuke, Birch, and I believe Washington. Washington takes the pitch. Now trying to find some room outside. He'll make one man miss, and now he's in the open field. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Panthers.
Man, what a great run on that edge. Dismuke set a great block. Washington just came inside of that, and then he just outpaced the remaining defense for the Chiefs. Ran it up that sideline. I think the last time we saw him was on down at Tioga. He did the exact same thing. But nice job of the Panthers to convert that fourth down turnover for a touchdown.
That touchdown brought to us by the losses of Street and Street. Panthers in the gate looking to decide what they want to do. Breen will go under center. Panthers try for 2. There's a snap. Quick toss out to Birch. He's trying to fight his way in, and he will. 2-point conversion is good. That 2 points brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Panthers strike first in the first quarter.
That was a nice play by Birch. He used his nimbleness on that one, Ben. Looked like he's going to just power his way in. They kind of caught up to him, and he took it back inside to get that 2-point conversion.
Well, Panther fans, they're going to take a quick break. Let's take 30 seconds, and we'll be right back with more Panther football.
Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or conditions to wound care and therapy. We specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care. Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care.
Panther fans, we're back. Architects window and door first quarter. Panthers strike first and go for 2. Get the 8-point lead, 8-0 here at West Ouachita. Jalen Bush gets it teed up to kick it away again. Again, kickoffs this year brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Price and Yeager back deep. Sky kick. Fair catch called for and taken right at the 34-yard line.
Would you like that drive
Let's get that Sparks Nissan Kia drive summary.
Man, I'll be glad to get that for you. It's 4 plays, 50 yards, a minute. Washington.
And we'll spot it at the
Should be on the 30-yard line,
35,
I believe.
35.
35, yeah.
35-yard line for the Chiefs as their offense comes back out. Will be Dean and Ball behind Ellis in the I. One receiver set to each side. Ellis goes under center. There's a snap. Quarterback's going to keep it now. He'll pitch it last minute. Keenan Green is there, unable to make the stop, and he's going to get a first down for the Chiefs up to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, Keenan Green almost had a shot at him, got caught a little bit inside. Runner managed to get up to the sideline, and Bush was there to usher him out of bounds. He got up to the 47-yard line of the Chiefs. They're going to have a first down and 10.
I formation again for the Chiefs. Ellis goes under center. There's a snap. Quarterback's going to keep it. He won't find anything, maybe a yard. Well, I'm going to say no gain. Second down.
Well, that no gain was compliments of Stephen English. He came off that backside. He wrapped him up quick. He didn't hand the ball off, and English was there to catch him. Dropped him for no gain. Ball again is at the 47 of the Chiefs. Second down and 10.
Big 99, Ladarius Harris checks into the ball game for the Panthers on the defensive line. Ellis gets him set again, goes under center in the I. There's a snap. Toss back to Dean. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Cam Bagwell, and that's going to be a fumble return for a touchdown, Panthers.
Man, that was just a heck of a job keeping his feet under him, scooping that ball up and taking it in. Hey, there was nobody around Cam Bagwell. When that ball popped out, he wasn't going to fall on it. He took it to the house. Great job of that defense. I mean, really, maybe the intimidation factor, I don't know, but, man.
That's another turnover brought to us by David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor, and a touchdown brought to us by the losses of Street and Street. Panthers show the gate again, trying to decide if they'll go for two or if they'll kick it. William Lyon will come on to bring the tee. Now Breen will drop back, so we will have a kick. This kick brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Everybody will get set. There's a snap. The hold. Kick is up. And it's going to be wide left. No good. But with 3:04 remaining first quarter, Panthers 14, Chiefs nothing. We'll take 60 seconds. Be right back with more Panther football.
Fence Depot uses quality materials and has the expertise to give you the best service with the best price. They take pride in offering their customers a full selection of fencing options. For chain link, ornamental, vinyl, wildlife, and more, try Fence Depot in West Monroe. 318-331-4457.
Craftsman Federal Credit Union, serving our members with their financial needs. Waiting for interest rates to fall? Why wait? Craftsman Federal Credit Union can get you in the vehicle you want today at rates where you can enjoy the ride. Become a member today and see the difference at Craftsman Federal Credit Union, with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington, or visit us at craftmanfcu.com. Local people helping local people since 1953.
Panther fans, we're back. Another Panther touchdown, and they extend their lead 14-0. Jalen Bush comes out to kick it away again. This kickoff brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Price and Yeager back deep for the Chiefs, standing around their own 15-yard line. Bush gets set, makes his approach. Be a high kick. Coming down near sideline. Yeager's going to take it. He's going to have a little trouble with it, and then he's going to slip and fall, and I believe he's going to be down at the 23-yard line.
Ben, we really don't have a scoring summary to speak of, but it was a 34-yard fumble return by Cam Bagwell for that score. And, you know, I remember you saying something in the coaches show. You know what I'm going to say?
Nope.
Well, William Lyon, I think, probably was perfect on the season, and he's.
Why would you say that again, though? We could have started a new streak, William.
No, that new streak's going to start now, but you did it. Now, I'll give you credit. You called it out now, so no more of that, all right?
Then you can have the coach's show Tuesday night. You can have it.
No, that's your job,
Here
baby.
we go.
That's
I
your
formation
job.
for the Panthers. For the Chiefs. Too tight. Ellis gets set. There's the snap. The fullback dumps ahead to across the 25 to about the 26. Second down.
Working it right up the middle. I believe that was Blake Franklin on that stop. Picked up about 3 yards on the carry. He put the ball down at the 26-yard line of the Chiefs. Call it second down and 7.
Chiefs stay with the too tight formation. One receiver to the far side. Ball and Dean behind Ellis in the eye. There's a snap. Toss back to Dean, trying to find some room, and he's not going to find any. Believe that was Connor Justice.
Man, that was Connor Justice. Came up the middle. Man, he met him right in the backfield. They're going to say no gain on the carry. Man, Connor Justice laid him out right away. That ball, again, is resting at the 26, let's call it just outside the 25-yard line. The Chiefs are looking at a third down and 7 for a first.
Cartown third down for that Panther defense. Receiver to the near side will be Eli Cobb for West Ouachita. Ellis under center. There's a snap. I'm going to have a stoppage. Believe we're going to have a timeout, West Ouachita. Timeout's brought to us by Prime Star Home Health. They'll take the break. Let's take it with them. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Come visit McDonald Land this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonald Land shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonald Land meal.
For over 50 years, Cartown has been servicing Northeast Louisiana, and the Sterlington Panthers have been a huge part of our growth. And for that, Cartown Tires and Service would like to say, go Panthers!
Panther fans, we're back here in the Arklatex Window and Door first quarter. Panthers lead 14-0, 1:38 remaining in this quarter. West Ouachita just took their first timeout of the half. They face a Cartown third down, and we'll call it 7.
Right now the Panthers are doing a nice job on that defensive line, that line of scrimmage. They're holding their position very well. So we'll see with this third down and 7 what they dial up.
Yeah, you'd think they probably are looking for a little tight end dump, maybe to Rob across the middle. I formation for the Chiefs. There's a snap. It's going to be a reverse, and it's not. His ball is out again, and it's on the turf. Stephen English is going to pick it up, and he's going to be in for the second defensive touchdown of the night.
Heck of a job. I tell you what, Stephen English is having a heck of a game tonight. You got the defensive ends in general. I mean, you got Cam Bagwell on the first one. Stephen English, they tried that reverse. English was there to bust the whole play up.
Trouble from the start.
Yeah, that sucker was sunk from the beginning, and Stephen English was right in the middle of it, gets up off the ground, outruns Trey Birch to scoop that ball up and falls in for the score.
That turnover brought to us by David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor. And the touchdown, of course, made possible by the law offices of Street and Street. Panthers down to try the extra point again. William Lyon to attempt. This kick brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. There's a snap, the hold, the kick is up. And with 1:30 remaining in the first quarter, Panthers 21, Chiefs nothing. We'll keep it right here. And, William, for that defense, I don't know that you could ask for a better start.
You sure can't. I mean, the Panther offense has 7 points on the board. The Panther defensive ends have 14 points on. Well, actually 13. We got the missed extra point, but how about the start for this defense? We've had good coverage downfield on the 2 plays, but man, that defensive line has been doing a heck of a job, particularly the defensive ends, Bagwell and English. Just outstanding job so far.
Yeah, and one of the things you're seeing from that defense is when they go to that 5-man front, it leaves those ends to kind of play a little bit more free and to come off the edge. And so you really got to look at guys like Franklin, Ashley, Breland Davis right now, Ladarius Harris are filling up those 3 middle spots. and letting those ends go to work.
That's right. And the speed, I'm going to tell you, when you take the speed of English and you take the speed of Bagwell coming off that edge, they can cause a lot of disruption. And you see how big that disruption was on that reverse play.
All right, Jalen Bush comes out to kick it away again for the Panthers. This kick brought to us by First Baptist and 2 services on Sunday, 9 and 10:30. You can find them on Highway 2 in Sterlington, next to the Dollar General. That's probably the most country thing you can say, isn't it? Next to the Dollar General.
Everybody knows where the Dollar General is, man.
Jalen Bush this time will kick it to the right side again. Yeager will take it and trying to find a lane. And he'll get up to the 35. Looks like that'll be Xavier Stromile on the tackle.
Yeah, Stromile showed us some great speed at that tailback position. Good job of bringing down the runner on that, or the return man on that. Let me give you that scoring summary.
Go ahead.
I'm going to take a spitball here at it, but I'd say 1 play, 3-yard return. There's even that much. Maybe 2-yard fall over the goal line by Stephen English. Not much time off the clock. So the Chiefs have this ball at their own 36-yard line. Be first down and 10.
Big 91 Jacoby Robinson will check in, and now the Panthers will go 6 across that defensive line. Matching the jumbo package from West Ouachita, I formation. Ellis under center. There's the snap. Be a give to the fullback. He's going to gain about 3, and we'll have a second down.
Blake Franklin getting up off the bottom of that pile. What you were just saying, Ben, they're doing a great job of that interior line of filling those gaps and just closing down those running lanes. And like you said, is allowing those ends to really run free. Picked up about 2 yards on that carry. Let's call it second down. I'll call it second down and a long 7.
Same formation again for West Ouachita. 1 lone receiver set to the near side, 2 tight ends, and an extra tackle to the right. Ellis under center. There's the snap. He will keep it and try to follow his fullback. He'll dive across the 40 to about the 40. I'll give him the 41, and we'll have a Cartown third down and a long 4.
Yeah, Drew Voker came in, filled that gap. Got him down. Good eyes, Ben. They got it out to the 42-yard line. It's going to be third down and 4.
I believe that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. We're at 20 seconds. West Ouachita doesn't seem to be in any hurry. So after 1 quarter of play, that's the Arklatex window and door. First quarter comes to a close. Panthers 21, Chiefs 0. Panther fans will step away for 60 seconds and be back with second quarter football in just a moment.
Sterlington Rehabilitation Hospital and Rural Health Clinics offers inpatient and outpatient services. And they're now offering LSVT Big treatment to those suffering from Parkinson's disease. They're seeing many documented improvements in patients, such as faster walking with bigger steps, improved balance, better movement in the torso, and a reduced risk of falling. They're LSVT Big certified. Please come by and see one of their certified clinicians today.
Neither snow-capped mountains nor puddles of water, nor unexpected detours with a 20-foot drainage pipe can stop the ruggedly capable Telluride X Pro from getting you to your dinner reservation on time.
Okay.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Panther fans, we're back as the second quarter gets set to get underway. Second quarter brought to us by Fence Depot. We do have a Cartown third down for that Panther defense again. The ball sits on the Chief 42-yard line. Third down and 4. Panthers stay with their heavy defensive line set. Waiting on everything to get set. Looks like a little confusion here with the near side official. I think we're set now. There we go. Got everything straight. West Ouachita stays with their heavy package on the offensive line. I formation behind Ellis. There's the snap. Going to be a play-action pass. He's trying to throw it out to the flat, and it'll be in and out of the hands. Incomplete, intended for ball.
That was actually really a nice pass play. had ball open on this right flat. Just couldn't reel it in. Got a lot of pressure coming in from that defensive front of the Panthers, so that sets up 4th down for the Chiefs. They'll be punting this ball back to the Panthers from their own 42-yard line. Devin Downs drops back at around his 25.
Sterlington rehab 4th down. Landon Wackesback on to kick it away for West Ouachita. Looks like Panthers are going to choose to play safe. Devin's back to receive it. Kick towards the far sideline. It'll take a bounce at the 30. And looks like it's going to roll right out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Panther offense will come out. 1st and 10, their own 29.
Seemed like been a little bit since we saw the offense, really.
Yeah, really two. They only got 2 series there in that first quarter with the 2 scooping scores for that Panther defense.
Yeah, normally when you don't have your offense out there as much, it's not a good indicator for the team. But in this case, when you get 2 scoops and
defense
scores,
helping their own cause.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, the Panthers do have it at their own 28.5-yard line, 1st and 10.
Will be a full backfield again. That'll be Dismuke, Birch, and Stromile in the Navy formation. Downs the near receiver. Looking for a deep shot. There's the ball is up, and it'll be overthrown incomplete. Looking for a hitch and go. And at that time, the DB didn't bite on the hitch. Was banking on the go.
Yeah.
And a good coverage, incomplete, 2nd down.
Nice point you made there, Ben. That's exactly right. It looked like it was another hitch, and then Downs did a spin and went down the field. Actually, I think you should have just gone ahead and thrown it on the hitch move, But anyway, that ball will be brought back to the – call that just short of the – well, actually got on the 29 now. 2nd down and 10.
Same formation again. This time Downs, the lone receiver, to the far side. There's a snap. Downs drops back looking for the hitch. There's the catch made by Downs. And he's up to the 39, going to be real close to a Panther 1st down.
Nice safe pass play there. Downs was able to get separation, kind of got in between the defenders, and Breen delivered a nice, easy catch for him. He's able to push the ball up. They're showing 3rd down.
They're going to say it's that's a Downs Law Firm 1st down at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, they just hadn't flipped the down marker there. They have now moved the sticks. So the Panthers have a 1st down and 10. They're on 39.
2 tight I formation. Panthers looking for a little freeze play. Breen gets his signals and now makes the line changes. Panthers are going to have to take the timeout. There is a flag back deep. I believe Coach Doty is saying they got the timeout.
Yeah, the line judge is going out there. We'll see. I think Coach Doty was trying to get that timeout. I think looks like they're going to.
They are going to wave it off.
Yeah, they're going to grant him the timeout.
A little discussion down there. Not sure.
I think it was he's asking about why they didn't reset the clock, maybe.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're right, William. That's exactly what they're discussing. You can see Coach Foster asking. Yeah. Of course, Coach Doty's the one making the argument, but
yeah.
I believe they're gonna. So Panthers won't have to burn a timeout. They'll get it right. And clock should have been reset, was not. So they'll get that straight and make the correction.
I believe that was what Coach Doty was telling that line judge on his side is, hey, y'all didn't reset the clock. So, hey, they talked it out, got it right.
Hey, teamwork makes the dream work. So we'll be the Navy formation. Crane, the lone receiver, to the near side. Breen under center. There's the snap. Give straight ahead to Birch, and he'll fight ahead to about the 45. Be a nice gain in 2nd down.
Yeah, took it right up the middle. Birch does what Birch does, just pushed it up the field. Got that 6-yard carry. I tell you, he was dragging a lot of Chiefs with him on that one. Got it down to the 45-yard line of the Panthers. 2nd down and 4.
Panthers flip the formation. Dismuke, Birch, and now Park Smith in the backfield. There's the snap. Breen gives it. Birch is going to fight his way across the 50 into Chiefs territory near the 49. That's enough for a Downs Law Firm. First down for the Panthers.
Yeah, the Chiefs got him pretty quick, but again, Ben, we watch this every week. Birch is just hard to bring down. I mean, he fights and fights, gets every yard he can. He got that ball up to midfield. Going to be first down and 10. I think there was a sideline warning, I believe. I guess it was on the Chiefs. First is a warning.
First one, yeah.
Next will be a penalty.
Same formation again. 5 seconds on the play clock. Now brings the man in motion. There's the snap. Quick toss out to Park Smith. Trying to find some room and now does. Looking for blocks and he's up the sideline. Stiff arms a man. He's still fighting his way with another Downs Law Firm. First down to the 32-yard line.
Well, there's some great blocking up front. I mean, Park Smith does a wonderful job of running the ball. Coach Doty is all up in his grill saying, great job on Park Smith. And, boy, did you see Whitlock and Ferguson out front? I tell you what, if I'm Park Smith and I see that 55 looks like a big old road grader out there, I grab a hold of that jersey too and just follow him right around. Man, that was a great job of him and Ferguson. They really cleared it out, and Park Smith took advantage of that. The ball's at the 32 of the Chiefs, first down and 10.
Crane, the receiver, to the far side again. Breen calls for it, now brings Dismuke in motion. Fakes the toss, and he's got a man. That's Crane, wide open. On the money, touchdown, Panthers.
Heck of a play call. They've been running that little toss all night, Ben, and what do? You set it up, and then you got Crane just running right down the middle of the field. And J-Rob Breen, you tell you, when you look at where he was last year at this time and now, man, just makes a great fake on the toss, calmly steps back and delivers it right on a dime. Didn't break stride. Great job of that offense for the score.
That touchdown brought to us by the law offices of Street and Street. Extra point pending. This extra point brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Panthers bring the gate over to get set for the kick. Everybody gets set. There's a snap, the hold, the kick is up. And it is good. And with 9:44 remaining here in the second quarter, Panthers 28, Chiefs nothing. We'll take 30 seconds. Be right back with more Panther football.
Tired of battling weeds and patchy grass? Sure Enough Green's got you covered. From weed control, fertilizer, irrigation, aeration, and tree and shrub treatment, Sure Enough does it all to keep your lawn looking its best. Need your yard clean? Call Sure Enough Green. Spraying solutions that work.
Yeah, you need to give him a couple little love.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Fence Depot second quarter. Panthers extend their lead 28-0, 9:44 remaining in the first half. Coming up at the half, William and I will take about a 10-minute break, and we'll be back to get you caught up on stats from the first half. And we do the dance team and the cheer and band to do their things at halftime. We will attempt that, but we are inside a booth tonight that the window doesn't open, so it may be a little difficult to hear, but we'll give it a whirl. Jalen gets set to kick it away. This kickoff brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Squib kick straight down the field. Going to be taken there by Yeager, trying to find some room, and he slips and falls again at the 25-yard line.
Well, that was Strohmeyer coming down again.
And missile.
Exactly. And really, I think the Chief may have try to make a cut there, and just feet came out from under him. So I guess we'll give Strohmeyer another tackle on that.
Might as well.
2 for 2. Yeah, the guy
Making
can
a name
score
for himself on special teams tonight.
Yeah, man, he can score on the ground. He can tackle you on the ground. Just a great job by Strohmeyer. But that return was back to the 25-yard line of the Chiefs. They'll have it first down and 10.
It's like Ashton Bradford has checked for the Panthers on the defensive line, along with Jacoby Robinson and Ladarius Harris. Actually, Ladarius is going to jump off. Panthers with a 5-man front. I formation for the Chiefs. Ellis calls for it. There's a snap. Give to the fullback. And he's going to fight his way up to the 29, giving 4, second down.
Had a combination tackle there by Stephen English and Trey Birch. Got about, I guess they're going to, that looks like about, call it 3.5, Ben. That looks a little long there. So I'll call that a long 6, but went right up in the middle of that Panther defense. It'll be second down and a long 6.
West Ouachita looks to the same formation again. I formation, Ball and Dean behind Ellis. There's the snap. Give straight ahead to the fullback. Ashton Bradford meets him there, then gets some help from English. I believe Ladarius as well.
Yeah, I tell you what, Ashton Bradford was right there to make that stop. He had him going down. He did get some assistance from English.
And Harris, I believe.
And I think it was Harris. But actually picked up about a half yard on that carry. Let's call it 2. Be 3rd down and 4. Let's call that a long 4 for the Chiefs.
Cartown 3rd down for that Panther defense again, looking to get the ball back to their offense. Ellis under center. There's a snap. He looking out, trying to throw it, now does. And it's going to be caught by the tight end. There is a flag down in the middle of the field.
It's going to be a personal foul. It's going to be a personal foul over there on the sideline after that reception. After that reception, Rob, I can tell you exactly what happened. Rob said something to Sam Frazier and butted him in the head with his face mask. So you're going to have a personal foul over here. I don't know if this was a hold.
We'll find out in just a moment.
You had heavy pressure coming in on Ellis. He made a good throw, got it down to Rob. And again, there was something said, and like I said, there was a contact made with the face mask, so that's what that second penalty flag is for.
White hat gets set. Will be holding against the Chiefs.
And the other should be a dead ball foul.
And then a personal foul also against the Chiefs. So that'll back the ball way up, and it'll be a Cartown 3rd down and a long ways.
I would think you could take – if that was a dead ball – and I assume that was a dead ball foul. It happened
out. They could have declined the holding penalty. Yeah. Well, it would have still been – then it would have been a first down. If they had accepted decline the holding, take the personal foul, it would have been a first down.
That's exactly right.
So by taking the holding, now we've got 3rd down and a real long ways to that Panther defense.
That's right.
That's why they make the big bucks, William. We just get to talk about it.
That's right. Well, I'm not saying much tonight. So, anyway.
Cartown 3rd down for the Panther defense.
Yeah, that put it down on the 20-yard line, and they've got to get up to the 35. So they're looking at
they're going to back it up all the way to the 11.
Well, it's a half. Now, okay, they're enforcing the personal foul now. That's what it was. So that takes the ball back to the 10. They've got to get up to the 35. So you're looking at 3rd down and 25, and the Chiefs are just outside their 10-yard line.
Chiefs are going to stay in the I formation. Ellis under center. There's a snap. They're going to give it straight ahead to the fullback, just trying to get out of their shadow of their own end zone up to the 15, and that'll be a Sterlington rehab 4th down for that Panther defense.
Yeah, Trey Birch was there to greet him. So that punting unit will come out. Devin Downs will drop back. So they'll be punting from their own 15-yard line. 7:55 and counting in the second quarter. Panthers up 28-0.
We've only got 10 players. Franklin trots back on now. We've got 11. Starting to rehab 4th down. Snap's going to be mishandled. It'll be picked up by Waggispack. It'll take a Panther bounce, stay in Chief territory, be down to the 43. Panther offense will come out 1st and 10 in Chief territory. 7:25 on the clock, already leading 28-0.
A little bit discombobulated on that special teams play there. You know, the punt return team, I don't know that they're really set. If they had a chance, they could have got that ball again. But anyway, the Panther offense takes over at the 43-yard line of the Chiefs, 1st down and 10.
It's like it'll be an I formation, one receiver to each side. Mott and Stromile behind Breen in the I. Stromile fights through, and now he's outrunning people. Going to make a cut outside, and he's all the way down to the 17-yard line. Downs Law Firm, 1st down for the Panthers.
Man, that's just a great run by Stromile. You know, we've talked about him before. He can see the creases, and he does a nice job of keeping his feet active. Once he gets clear, you see that acceleration. He's really good at accelerating, stopping, cutting. That's a nice run. Got it down to the 17-yard line of the Chiefs for another 1st down and 10.
Panthers are in the Ron Bush State Farm red zone. I formation, Breen. There's a give to Christian Mott, and he fights his way up to about the 12. Gain of 5, second down.
Yeah, nice job, Mott, falling in behind that offensive line. Ferguson was right there in front of him. Just followed him through the hole. Got the ball down to the 12-yard line for a solid 5 yards. It'll be second down and 5 for the Panthers.
Mott and Strohmile behind Breen in the eye. Downs near side, Crane to the far side. There's the snap. This time Breen's going to keep it. He'll make one man miss, and then he'll gain maybe a yard up to the 11.
Yeah, they gave him 1 yard on that carry. Kind of spun him around. Sometimes when you spin around, you worry about that ball kind of getting away from your body. Breen was able to keep it close enough. That second defender hit him. He kept the ball. So that ball is at the 11-yard line. The Chiefs, third down and 3 for the Panthers.
Panthers are going to break the huddle, but I believe we're going to have a stoppage for the LHSAA hydration timeout, brought to us by Prime Star Home Health. They'll take the break. We'll take it with them. Be right back with more Panther football in 60 seconds.
The law offices of Street and Street, fighting for the injured in Louisiana. When you hire us, you get us. Our clients are represented by one of our seasoned attorneys with over 65 years of experience handling cases in Louisiana. Our goal is simple: to advocate and fight for the rights of the injured. Call today for a consultation. 318-325-4418. Street and Street.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Fence Depot second quarter. Panthers lead 28-0, but they do have it third down and 4 here in the Fence Depot second quarter in the Ron Bush State Farm red zone. Breen under center. Birch and Strohmile behind. Breen now rolls to his right, looking for a man, flips it out to Birch. He's going to put his head down, and he's going to jump in for the touchdown.
Nice play-action pass by Breen. Kind of held that defense, allowed Birch to get in the flat. Just a nice job, pitch and catch from Breen to Birch. Of course, when you give Birch a little head start, get some momentum behind him, it was hard for the Chiefs to stop him. They got him around the goal line. He was able to punch this ball in for the score.
That touchdown brought to us by the law offices of Street and Street. This extra point brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Panthers will now break the gate and bring it over for the kick. Everybody gets set. There's the snap, the hold. Kick is up. And it is good. And with 5:53 remaining here in the second quarter, Panthers 35, Chiefs nothing. We'll keep it here. William, pretty good start for this Panther team. The one miscue to start the game on the fumble, and then after that, it seems like everybody's settled in, and defense has been playing well already. Offense now finding their groove.
Yeah, it's really been a total effort here by the offense and the defense. Of course, you got the two scores on the defensive side of the ball, but when the offense has had it outside of that one first drive where we had the fumble, they have really done a nice job of just playing Panther football. And the good thing is we talked about you're going to see some plays during the game. You've seen that with Breen. He's got the ball up in the air a few times and been very successful at it too. We had the near interception, but everything else except for that one pump and go has been right where it needs to be.
William Lyon will come out to kick it away for the Panthers. This kick brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. William Lyon makes his approach, be a sky kick towards the near sideline. Fair catch called for. Should be a penalty on the flag. Well, maybe they're going to let him a little grace tonight. Mark him down at the 31 where the catch was called for.
Well, it's kind of a gray area, I guess. But you got one guy that calls a fair catch and the other one catches it instead and runs with it. That still should be a penalty.
Well, there's a discussion right now.
Yeah, there should be a penalty because you can't have one guy call a fair catch and the other one catch it, because your return men are going to look at it at the fair catch call.
All right, they'll put it down 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. They're on 31. 5:51 remain in the Fence Depot second quarter. Panthers lead 35-0. West Ouachita going to stay in the I formation. It's really a two tight formation. You got to have an extra tackle on the far side with a lone receiver out wide. Ellis takes it. There's a snap. Gibbs straight ahead. He'll fight his way for about 2. And there's several Panthers holding on, and then he ran into the closing door of Trey Birch.
Yeah, you had Jacoby Robinson there on the initial contact, and then Trey Birch just got the rest of him. And would you like to try to fight through Jacoby and Trey? Whew, that's a lot.
William, do you have that Sparks Nissan Kia scoring summary for the Panthers a moment ago?
I am working on that.
We'll get it on the next play. I wasn't sure if it came through yet or not.
I am working on that.
Chiefs will now bring the lone receiver to the near side. They stay in the two tight I formation. Baugh and Dean behind Ellis. Same formation again for the Chiefs. Ellis with his Chiefs in the eye. There's a snap. Toss back to Dean. And look who it is. Mr. Trey Birch.
Man, that was a run blitz all the way. I just kind of had my eye on Trey, and as soon as that ball was snapped, he ran through that hole. And good luck. I mean, what a job just tracking the running back down and bringing him down. It's going to be a loss on that carry. The ball's at the 33-yard line of the Chiefs. They'll be punting this back. And again, Devin Downs drops back around his 40-yard line.
Will be Wagaspack to kick it away for the Chiefs. Panthers trying to set a return up. Downs will stand back in Chief territory. There's the snap. He catches it cleanly this time. Going to be a line drive, low kick over towards the near sideline, and it will die right at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. That was a Trojan rehab, 4th down for that Panther defense. And, William, I don't know if you knew this or not, but today Trey Birch received his first D1 offer to go play next level for Arkansas State. So congratulations to Trey. And I know for him that's a big deal. He's had several offers from some other schools, but today the first D1 from Arkansas State came in.
Man, that's well-deserved. I tell you, nobody works harder than Trey Birch. Him and TJ are just two good kids, man. And I can't call them kids anymore. They're full-grown men.
I formation for the Panthers, 2 receivers to the far side. There's the snap. Breen looking back, not going to take a shot. He's got Downs with a man behind him, though. Downs makes the catch, and he's up the far sideline, 20, 15 through the Ron Bush State Farm. Touchdown, Panthers!
Man, that was a nice job on Downs' part, because that was a contested pass, and he just plucked the ball out and turned around and took off. And I believe that was Crane down there.
We're going to have an excessive celebration penalty in the end zone right there.
Well,
on the Panthers.
I can tell you if it's on Downs, so be it.
Well, I'm not sure what it was on. There was a whole group of people there.
Yeah.
And I think this little coaching moment here, you're up 35. I know how good it feels to get that done. So that will be a touchdown brought to us by the losses of Street and Street. And William, really almost hung that ball too long.
He almost did, and really that's why I'm saying it was a nice job of Downs to get up there and get that ball. And Noah Crane, he made the key block, because once Downs turned around, he took care of that last defender, and then Downs was in the end zone. So, yes, you're right. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Panthers.
It'll be on the kickoff. They'll assess it on the kickoff. So 3:30 remains. Panthers come out to try the extra point. This extra point brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Panthers are in the swinging gate. Looks like they will bring the gate over for the kick. Panthers come over quickly, get set. There's a snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. And with 3:31 remaining, Panthers 42, Chiefs nothing. We'll take a quick 30-second break. Be back with more Panther football.
What do you do after an awesome night of Panther football? You bring on the bowling for the 5th quarter. Bayou Bowl is the official 5th quarter sponsor of Sterlington Panther football. Just right down the road and on the right is where you'll find all the 5th quarter action. Yummy snacks and cold drinks from Alligator's Grill is inside Bayou Bowl and open 7 days a week. It's the perfect place to celebrate a Panther victory. So come on, join us at Bayou Bowl after every game for the official 5th quarter.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Fence Depot second quarter. Panthers all over the Chiefs tonight, 42-0. There was an unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown, so there will be a 15-yard penalty assessed here on the kickoff. Panthers will kick off from their own 25-yard line. Jalen Bush will drop back, and I believe the rule in LHSAA at 42 points, it should be a running clock once we go, and there he goes. Clock starts before we even kick. Bush gets it set to kick it away. This kick brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Kick straight down the middle. And come near side, and Yeager trying to find it. He's trying to find some room. Several Panthers there, and it's going to be Keenan Green first, and then I believe Huggins will finish him off.
And Stromile in pursuit.
Again. There you go. I should have known, William. My bad.
Man, I watched Double Deuce coming down the field, and what does he do? He made a good cut on it. But, yeah, Keenan Green got it. Huggins was there, but you had Stromile right behind him. Tell you what, we always talk about air raids. We almost have an air raid going tonight from the Panthers. I mean,
if you're new to Panther football, that is a little bit of an exaggeration, only in the fact that we tend to run the ball a lot around here successfully. And but I think was that 3 touchdown passes tonight?
Yes. Yeah, I believe it is.
Nice job of that Panther offense and defense. Defense back on the field. Chiefs have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. There's the snap. Toss back to Dean, trying to find some room. Harris gives chase.
Connor Justice there to make the stop.
Those linebackers are everywhere when it spills over.
They are, I tell you. Well, the defensive line is doing a nice job really eating up those blocks, and we've seen Birch quite a bit, but, man, Connor Justice did a really nice job coming on that right side. Man, he just drug him down. It's going to be a 2-yard – let's call it 2 yards on the carry, but – Justice shut that down before it could really get cranked up. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Chiefs at their own 29-yard line.
Chiefs are in the I formation. Baugh and Dean behind Ellis in the I again. There's a snap. Give to the fullback. He'll get across the 30 to about the 31, and we'll have a Cartown 3rd down, about 6.
I believe you had a combination on that one again. That was I believe that was going to be Jacoby Robinson and Silas Ashley. Took it right up the middle. Let the big guys in there make that stop. Ball is just over, call it the 31-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the Chiefs.
Cartown 3rd down for that Panther defense again. 1 minute remains here in this first half. Ellis takes it. There's the give. Going to be give to the fullback. He'll find a little room and then run into Frazier, but he'll have a Chief 1st down all the way up to the 47-yard line. There is a flag on the play at the 45-yard line.
Something downfield. I didn't see what that was.
Clock will stop for the penalty.
Of course, if you go by Breland Davis, it's on the Chiefs. Let's see what the call is. Looks like the white hat is pointing back to the Chiefs.
It's going to be a holding, I believe, downfield. Should be enough for the 1st down.
Well, they've already moved the chains.
Yeah, I don't think they were supposed to do that, but.
No, I was going to say now the play started at the 32.
Will be a personal foul against West Ouachita. So after the play, back it up 15 yards. So the first down. Or the line of scrimmage will be the 47, I believe, but it'll be a 1st and 25 with 38 seconds on the clock remaining in this half. Coming up at the half, Prime Star Home Health halftime. William and I will step away for about 10 minutes. We're going to try to let you see the kids perform at halftime, and but if the sound doesn't work, we'll come back in about 10 minutes, and we'll talk to you about the first half stats and the things that went the Panthers' way, which right now is almost everything. Panthers lead 42-0 here in the Fence Depot 2nd quarter.
Actually, Ben, that was enforced before the play, so it's 1st down and 10 from the 32 again.
All right, well, there we go. There's a snap, give to the fullback again. He'll pick up a few, but that'll be the final play of the first half.
And that was Robinson on the tackle along with Trey Birch to finish it off.
So after 1 half of play, Panthers with a big lead at the break, 42-0. So Panther fans will take the break. Be back in about 10 minutes to get you set for the second half. It will be running clock the rest of the way. So after halftime, we'll be 24 minutes straight through the end. And so don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a few moments for the Prime Star Home Health Halftime Show.
Got a lot of stuff? We've got the space. With 2 convenient locations, let Ashley Storage keep your stuff safe. In Monroe and Sterlington, Ashley Storage is where our customers are treated like family.
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
Device right there. Panther fans, welcome into the Prime Star Home Health Halftime Show. And Panthers with a big lead here at the half, 42-0, all over West Ouachita tonight. And William, really, you and I were talking even with some friends here at West Ouachita, and you and I thought the Panthers were much improved over last year. We knew West Ouachita was a little down, but I'm not sure we saw this.
I can tell you I didn't see this coming. I felt like we'd have a chance to, I thought we could get a 2-possession lead somewhere along the line, either toward the end of the first half, early second half, but no, I did not see this coming. But, you don't account for 2 scooping scores either, because once that happened, we got the first score on just your conventional drive, and then the next thing we get 2 scooping scores, and then all of a sudden they're down 3 possessions, and that starts working on you.
Yeah.
It really does, because I can promise you, Coach Rainwater felt like he had these guys ready to play tonight, and all of a sudden, what's Mike Tyson say? You got to play until you get punched in the mouth, and that kind of is what happened. And I can tell you, we talked about this last week about the Ouachita game. A lot of these kids, they're still on the roster that played last year.
That's right.
And they felt like they let one get away from them, last year with West Ouachita. And look, West Ouachita just had a good team last year, taking nothing away from them whatsoever. But I feel like there was just a lot of those kids just wanting to try to get a little payback tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, so great game plan from the offense and the defense, and really that defensive front against teams that run looks like that group of guys is going to cause some folks that want to run the football a lot of trouble when they show run formations.
Well, again, we look at the size we have in there too.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got some big guys in the middle of that defensive front. And, again, I've said that before. That's just something we hadn't had the luxury of having necessarily, each year. But I tell you, the defensive line has been so successful. We hadn't called Connor Justice and Trey Birch as much as we normally do. I mean, there's been a lot of tackles made by that defensive
front group.
Really are. I mean, normally they're eating up blocks, but they're filling up those gaps, and, they're just having great success. Hats off to the defensive coaching staff this week. They put a good plan together.
Yeah, and then the offense, I mean, even you go that first drive of the game, and, we have the fumble that West Ouachita recovers, but really – the before the fumble, it was a first down. It was then the second first down in a row, had some momentum, just didn't protect the football. And at that point, you're kind of thinking, are the wheels going to come off? Are we going to struggle tonight? And hats off to everybody. Settle down, go to work, and trust the game plan. And that's exactly what you saw in 2 quarters of football.
Exactly. Well, and if I'm remembering correctly, I believe we got a 4th down turnover on downs.
Yes, we did.
So not only did you have the fumble from our side, but the defense came out there, stuffed them. That kind of gets you offense momentum going again. I think we got it around midfield maybe, and took it right in and scored.
Yeah,
so I felt like that was a big stand by that defense, and that really set the tone for this game. And for West Ouachita, of course, we'll have the ball to start this second half. But I know you do want to talk about some of these.
Well, we got time. West Ouachita still they should be coming out any moment. Their band is still on the field, but I was just looking, William. We ran, according to our statistician, Mr. Chris Sturdivant, we ran 19 plays. Sterlington traditionally has run one drive for 19 plays. And got 19 plays for 240 yards, 131 yards rushing, 109 yards passing. And for J-Rob, 4 of 7, 109, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and let me say this. Those touchdown passes, these are not little dump passes and the back's taking the rest of the way. I mean, he hit Crane. Who else did we hit?
He hit Birch in the flats, and then Devin
Downs. Was Park Smith? And Park Smith was running the ball.
Yeah, it was a run.
But yeah, 4 of 7. And we do kid about the air raid, but normally that's –
No, that's a look, and we have said from the beginning, J-Rob's job is to manage and to take advantage when we get those things, and 4 of 7 is efficient, but 109 yards with 3 touchdowns, yeah, that's a night.
That's a nice night. Well, and the thing about it, they always say it's one of the hardest passes to make is to a wide-open receiver, and we've been very fortunate outside of the one pass play to Devin Downs that was contested, which he turned into a touchdown. I mean, the others were just wide open, and J-Rob Breen did a nice job just dropping that ball in. And I tell you, when you look at J-Rob's demeanor out there, I guess what you call it, this year, he's confident in what he's doing. He knows where he's going with the ball. He sets back. He trusts his offensive line to give him time, and he can drop it in the bucket. So and again, that goes back to, you look at that offensive line, Ben, they've had a good night tonight as well.
Oh, absolutely.
They're just cleaning out really just opening up the holes for him. And really, just getting downfield and blocking too. I mean, it's just amazing how these kids are all really zeroed in tonight.
Well, one thing that this year and that really you've seen is it seems like that they're beginning to gel very, very quickly. And, there's a lot of season left in front of us, but I think you have to like where we are right now. And, again, the stats just kind of make me chuckle tonight, though, William. I'm looking at this. If you would have told me that we were up 42-0 with 5 first downs in the first half, I'd have been like, there's no way.
Yeah.
We don't do that. That's not the way we play football. But, you take the 2 scoop and scores, that's 14. Panther offense gets 28. And here you are with 1 penalty. There was 1 penalty. And really the 1 penalty was a I don't even think it was excessive as much as it was a little bit after the play there. They had a little team celebration there in the end zone. And so 15 yards, but that's the only penalty tonight on that Panther team, offense or defense.
Yeah. And, with Coach Doty, we noticed it too. When they came off the field, it was, like you said, it was a coaching moment. He was able to tell them, hey, look, you got to keep in mind this long season. And look, you want to win graciously. You want to lose graciously, And so – I don't think Coach Doty likes that sort of thing, but I tell you, with the performance they've had tonight, you can understand where that came from, particularly for Devin Downs. I mean, he's coming back from an injury, and the guys are really excited to have him on the field.
Absolutely.
So that's part of what that was. But I tell you, overall, you want to say all facets of the game, but really your special teams has not really had too much. We've been kicking a lot about. Strohmile's been Mr. Man down on the special teams on kickoff, but we all in all, I tell you, it's just been an unbelievably good performance tonight for the Panthers.
Strong performance for the Panthers. They'll make their way to the sideline, and West Ouachita's just now coming out. They'll get stretched up, and we expect to see. I'm not sure what West Ouachita's strategy will be, but I'm sure for the Panthers. We'll see a host of the 2s and 3s the rest of the way. And so Panther fans, we'll do our best to try to get you those numbers and those kids as they get in. I know they want to get their names called, so we'll do our best. But just know it happens fast. And so we'll do our best. Clock will be running once we start the third quarter. And so we'll get those things in. Let me give a few shout-outs to our sponsors while we have a moment. Panther fans, on Tuesday nights at Frenchman's Bend, you can join me and Coach Doty as we have the Tuesday Coaches Show brought to us by Prime Star Home Health. We'll talk about football this week's game, next week's game, and all things Sterlington. And we'll recognize Players of the Week brought to us by First Security Title and Mr. Mitch Houston. And then also each week you can catch the hype video on Panther social media brought to us by Ashley Storage. And I hadn't noticed, it's kind of hard to see down there, William. I wasn't sure if the Craftman Federal Credit Union student section was alive and rocking down there. I feel certain they are. They always travel, but I couldn't hardly see them. I feel like they're there somewhere, but I definitely want to thank Craftman for sponsoring our student section each and every week. And then also our press box sponsor, Shawnuff Green. Your grass is always greener when you hire the Shawnuff Green team. Well, let me tell you, I see a bunch of those highway vests, those hot yellow with orange. They're there. They're there. And I'm going to tell you, it wasn't long for me to find it because I looked down there and I see a bunch of that yellow with those orange straps on it. Yeah, they're down there. I'm not sure what that theme is tonight, but I'm sure it's a doozy. There we go. Well, Panther fans, this has been the Prime Star Home Health Halftime Show. We've got about a minute left before we get set for second half, so we'll take our final 60-second break, and we'll be back with third quarter football in just a moment.
First Security Title of Monroe provides real estate transaction services in Northeast Louisiana. The closing process has never been easier. With a dedicated staff that takes pride in helping our customers obtain quality service. First Security Title, 1818 Avenue of America, Monroe.
Craftman Federal Credit Union, serving our members with their financial needs. Waiting for interest rates to fall? Why wait? Craftman Federal Credit Union can get you in the vehicle you want today at rates where you can enjoy the ride. Become a member today and see the difference at Craftman Federal Credit Union, with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington, or visit us at craftmanfcu.com. Local people helping local people since 1953.
Panther fans, welcome in to the Cross Keys Bank third quarter. Panthers lead 42-0. Running clock the rest of the way. We want to say again thank you to our premier sponsor, McDonald's, tonight. And our radio sponsor, Domino's Pizza Sterlington, as those of you who are joining us on 92.3 FM, The Ranch. Back deep for the Panthers to receive the opening kickoff will be Charles Dade and number 28, Brock Sutton. A nice kick. Dade will take it right at the 16. Now he's trying to get into the wedge, looking for room. He'll make one man miss, and then that same man will stay with him and tackle him right at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for this Panther offense.
Good return for Dade, freshman. So we'll see who all's coming in. Ben, we got to get that eagle eye ready to go. You got your roster ready?
I will say this. From this press box, it is really easy to see things. They do a really great setup over here. And
I think we're probably going to see Austin Hill. Yep.
Austin Hill will go to quarterback. It looks like we will have several of the starters will remain on that offensive line to begin. I do see 72. That'll be Mason Lingfelt.
86 is going to be we're going to change over. That's going to be Tucker Sturdivant.
I formation, Hill with Mott. And that'll be Stromile trying to find some room. He'll run through one, but he's going to be tackled for a loss back at the 27-yard line.
Just not able to make it around the edge. That was a good defensive play by the Chiefs. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be no gain on that carry. Be 2nd down and 10. Trying to see, Tucker Sturdivant is normally 71.
Yeah, he's 86.
He swapped to 86 tonight.
It's like Cullen Barnett is in the ball game at wide receiver. It's like big number 87. I don't have an 87 on my roster. Yeah. All right, we'll figure it out in a moment. There's a give to Stromile trying to find some room outside. He will bounce it outside. He's got a Downs Law Firm 1st down and more up the far sideline out of bounds near midfield.
That's what Stromile offers you. You saw him. He gives you a little leg, and then next thing you know, he's around you. And his acceleration is just unbelievable. Nice job of getting outside, taking it up the sideline. Took it out of bounds. Of course, that clock is going to continue to run. Panthers have it 1st down and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
I formation. There's a snap. Toss back to Stromile again. Got blockers out front, and he's through across the 45 to the 44. Big gain, 2nd down.
Counter block, you had Lingfelt and Ferguson out front, and they cleared a running lane for him. He was able to cut it back up inside. Nice gain, 7 yards on that carry. He got the ball to the 44 of the Chiefs. It's going to be 2nd down and 3.
I formation again. Hill goes under center. Little discombobulated, but enough for a Downs Law Firm 1st down across the 40 to the 38.
Yeah, that wasn't the smoothest handoff I've seen, but again, you know, your second team gets to work some, but not as much as the first, obviously. But he did a good job of getting it in to Mott's hands, and Mott was able to push that ball up to the 38 of the Chiefs. Panthers have it 1st down and 10.
It will be I formation, 8:29 on the clock here in the Cross-Keys Bank 3rd quarter. Hill under center. There's the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Little hitch route intended for Barnett. It's going to be picked off. That's Lorenzo Price trying to beat Hill down the sideline. Hill will dive, but he will not get him. Touchdown, Chiefs. Pick 6 for the Chiefs.
Yeah, just a little high for Barnett. Ball bounced off his hands. He was able to pick it off and take it to the house. Austin Hill made a good run at it. Thought he might be able to get him there before and we've seen Austin Hill. He's got some speed, but he wasn't able to catch him. So that puts the Chiefs on the board. Makes it 42-6, extra point pending.
Number 35 will come on to attempt the extra point. That'll be Chance Stewart for the Chiefs. Panthers, well, there's going to be a penalty on this one. They will go in for 2. Panthers couldn't get lined up, 42-8. Yeah, illegal participation, but that'll
be declined.
Unless they stop the play. Well, it looks like that's what happened. So we'll be before the play. That'll stop it.
So Jet Johnson checks in for Trey Birch.
All right, ball's inside the 1. Looks like they will go for 2. They're going to put their offense back in, bring the big boys in. Panthers will not match it. They're going to leave their guys in.
And keep in mind, folks, all this is happening while the clock continues to run. We're down to 6:12 in this third quarter.
I formation for the Chiefs. There's a snap, give straight ahead, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. It's good. So with 6 minutes on the clock, Panthers 42, Chiefs 8. It will be the LHSAA hydration timeout, 6-minute mark. They'll take the break. Let's take it with them. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Fence Depot uses quality materials and has the expertise to give you the best service with the best price. They take pride in offering their customers a full selection of fencing options. For chain link, ornamental, vinyl, wildlife, and more, try Fence Depot in West Monroe. 318-331-4457. Fence Depot.
Panther fans, welcome back to the Cross Keys Bank third quarter. Panthers still lead 42-8. We are at the LHSAA hydration timeout. All timeouts tonight brought to us by Prime Star Home Health. Chiefs get on the board with a pick 6 and then go for 2 and get it. But the clock will begin to run again in just a moment.
Well, let's see. We got some substitutions here, too. You got Austin Hill, Miles Powell, and Anderson Walk on that back line. Got Christian Mott, and number 26 is going to be Cullen Barnett.
Wagaspack gets set to kick it away. Be a line drive kick over towards that far sideline. Dade will take it again, and now he's trying to get up the line. And he'll get up across the 25 to the 27. Panther offense will come out again.
Nice return by Dade. Looked like he was considering letting that go out of bounds. Went ahead and took it, and he was able to find some creases there to get the ball back up the field. You said Panthers will start this second drive of the second half at their own 27-yard line. Clock continues to count down at 5:14.
All right, Hill will go under center. There's a snap, toss back to Strohmeyer, trying to find some room, and he'll be tackled right around the 28-yard line.
Ben, I believe he got Trey Shepard in at that right tackle position. And number 64 is going to be Seth Deere is in guard position.
87 is Tremaine Lombard.
Okay. So the mystery is solved.
Got it. Thanks to Coach Tyler Albritton for the assist. Hill under center. There's a snap, counter give to Dade. He spins through one, gets across the 35 up to about the 36, maybe 37. We'll have a third down.
Trying to see, Ben, I'm trying to get everybody in here. I believe Luke Crane is still at center.
No, that'll be Cam Ruggs.
Cam Ruggs at center.
Yeah, Seth Deere's to his right. There's a snap. Toss back to Dade again, trying to find some room. Puts his head down. He'll spin ahead. He's going to be real close to a downslaw for first down. I think he's got it, Will.
Yeah, if you go by this line, Judge, on this near side, that's a first down.
But they tackled him. He rolled over that guy. So
hey,
Johnny on the spot. I like it.
Yeah. Hey, as long as your knee or your butt's not down,
that's right.
You good to go. So, you just keep rolling. So the Panthers have the ball now at their 37-yard line. It'll be first down and 10.
Panther offense gets set. Austin Hill under center. There's the snap. Quick give to Mott. He'll spin ahead across the 40. Gain of 4.
Nice job, Mott, just putting that head down and pushing forward. Looked like we got a Panther nicked up down there on the field.
He's up. That's Gideon Ashley.
Gideon Ashley. Oh, yeah. He's an Ashley. He can't get out on the ground.
Looks like big number 67 will check in. That's Drew Pruitt. Formation for the Panthers. Hill goes under center. There's a snap. Toss back to, this time's to Landon Washington, and he's trying to find some room. Downs Law Firm first down and more to Chief territory at the 45-yard line.
Nice job out there on that edge. Got a couple of blocks, and Washington was able to get around. You know, one thing I'll say this year, we have got a lot of speed.
I was just thinking that, William.
Yeah.
Don't be reading my mind.
No, I'm trying. Well, it's pretty complex up there. I don't want to get lost in your head somewhere.
It's a little foggy up there some days.
Well, he got it down to the 44-yard line. It's going to be first of the Chiefs, be first down 10 for the Panthers.
Formation again. Hill under center. There's the snap. Quick give straight ahead. That's to Mott. And he's across the 40 to the 39. Nice gain, second down, upcoming.
Yeah, he went in right behind Mason Lingfelt and just went right over the top of him. And I tell you what, Mott, he's a hard worker. He really is. So we got about 5 yards on that carry. Actually, 5 yards going to be on the 39-yard line. Chiefs be second down and 5.
Formation for the Panthers. Give again to Mott. He's spinning his way. Way to fight Christian Mott for a Downs Law Firm. First down to the 34-yard line.
You know, we've talked about it before. Mott is not your prototypical fullback. He's certainly not like Trey Birch, but one thing you can say about him, he keeps his legs moving when he gets in that pile. We always say those high steps like Roger Craig used to have back in the day. Nobody remembers that, but I do. But a nice run by Mott. Picked up the first down for the Panthers. They have it now at the 34-yard line of the Chiefs. First down and 10. 43 seconds left in this third quarter.
Cross Keys Bank third quarter. There's the give again to Mott. He's across the 30 to the 29. Second down upcoming. Probably going to be the final play of the third quarter.
Yeah, let's credit that offensive line. They're doing a good job of moving the line of scrimmage back. So it looks like the Panthers are going to let this run out. Panthers lead 42-8 as the clock ticks down in this third quarter.
10 seconds to go, and then we'll be Panther fans, as William said, Panthers lead 42-8. We'll step away for 60 seconds and be back to get you set for the fourth quarter as we wrap things up here at West Ouachita. Panthers lead 42-8.
Around here, family is more than just a last name. It's who you show up for. For generations, the Compton family and Architects Windows and Doors has stood by this community with honesty, hard work, and a handshake you can trust. Because every window we design, every door we assemble isn't just about your house. It's about your home. Family owned, community rooted. Architects Windows and Doors, a family business built for your family.
Come visit McDonald Land this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonald Land shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonald Land meal.
Sustaining a brain injury due to someone else's negligence is devastating. Downs Law Firm can't change what happened, but they will fight to hold those at fault accountable and aggressively negotiate with insurance to recover fair compensation.
Panther fans, welcome into the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. Panthers lead 42-8, and got several of our twos in. Still moving the football well. I formation behind Hill.
Drake Pruitt's in at fullback.
This time Hill's going to have to keep it, and he'll just go into the hole. Nice decision there.
I think what happened I don't think he and Drake Pruitt probably have a lot of reps together, and he and Pruitt collided, and Hill just took it up where the hole was and made hay while he could, got a first down out of it.
Downs Law Firm first down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, knocking on the Ron Bush red zone there. He got the ball down to the 22-yard line, first down and 10 for the Panthers.
Looks like number 88, Graham Chandler, is checked in at tight end. There's the give that time to Pruitt. Nice job, nice hole. He'll spin ahead to about the 17.
Yeah, right now that second team offensive line is continuing that good job. You see Braxton Mahoney has checked in as well. But I tell you, as a unit, they're doing the job right now. And you still have pretty much the starters in on that defensive front for the West Ouachita Chiefs. It's going to be second down and 5 for the Panthers at the 16-yard line of the Chiefs.
Formation again for Hill. That's going to be a touchdown, Austin Hill. They are so excited about the freshman big read there and touchdown.
Man, he has some good blocks out there. Looked like he had number 65. Wiley Taylor was out front. And 87,
Tremaine
Lombard was out there, made a block as well, but it's a good read by Hill. We saw him in the Jamboree do the same thing, maybe in the scrimmage. But that was a good read by Hill. He's got good speed once he gets in the clear. It's a great job by him. So now the Panthers are going to bring the extra point unit out.
That touchdown brought to us by the law offices of Street and Street. The new holder for this kick will be number 42, Blake Shepard. This extra point brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. There's a snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. And with 9:30 clicking away on the clock, Panthers 49, Chiefs 8. We'll step away for 30 seconds, be right back with more Panther football.
Neither snow-capped mountains nor puddles of water, nor unexpected detours with a 20-foot drainage pipe can stop the ruggedly capable Telluride X Pro from getting you to your dinner reservation on time.
Okay.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Marion State Bank fourth quarter, 8:45 and clicking here in the fourth quarter. Panthers lead 49-8 as Jalen Bush gets set to kick it away again for that Panther team. This kick brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Bush makes his approach. Kicks it right down the middle. It'll bounce about the 6 and then roll into the end zone for a touchback. Nice job there by Jalen. Touchback for the Panthers. Defense will come out. Now we'll see the 2s on defense. You got that Sparks Nissan Kia score drive or no?
I do not. It was a bunch. Outside in between the 20s tonight. So, anyway, Chiefs have the ball at their own 20-yard line, first down and 10.
Yeah, we'll try to get you some of these numbers of these young guys in just a moment. Ellis under center. Little movement there, no flag. There's the snap. Give straight ahead to Ball. He'll get across the 20 to maybe the 22, 2-yard gain, second down.
Yeah, I believe that was 63 on that stop. That's going to be Claude Brown, but in addition to Brown, trying to get some of these numbers.
Yeah, we got 29 out here.
We got Jeremy Mitchell, number 19. The 29 is going to be
Ty Wilson.
To Kendrick Wilson. Trying to see number 43 is going to be Cameron Walker at the linebacker position.
I formation again for the Chiefs. Ellis under center. There's the snap. He'll give to the fullback. He'll push ahead to about the 24, maybe 2 more, and we'll have a Cartown third down.
Look like Cason Huggins in on that stop. Number 77 is checking in. That's going to be Reed Williams.
24 checks in. That's Jordan Ard.
Well, you got number 38 over there on the far side, Ben. That's going to be Anderson Walt.
Yeah, 16, Sean Holloway just checked out.
And yeah, you got Aiden Harrison, right? 10 at the safety position.
I formation again for the Chiefs. There's a snap. Give this time to Ball. He's going to get to the 26, and that'll be it. Nice job there by those twos to get a stop.
Yeah, it looked like Logan Nicholson was there for the initial contact on him.
Did you get Tanner Kane? I see Tanner down there now.
I did not get Tanner Kane. And I think we got Braxton in there, didn't we?
Brock Sutton.
Brock Sutton. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's all right.
Brock Sutton. Braxton.
So
Brock.
We'll have the final LHSA hydration timeout. And we'll keep it here just for a moment. Panther fans, just want to again say and express our condolences to the Bryant family in the passing of Mr. David Bryant this week. David was a big supporter of Panther football. He loved being in the stands with his cowbells and making all kinds of noise. Just a big giant of a man with a giant heart that loved his community and loved his family. So definitely praying for his family in the days ahead. But, man, what a great guy. And we will continue all season long. Every time there's a turnover for that Panther defense, we're going to be talking about the David Bryant Realtor turnovers. And Panthers gave him some tonight.
They sure did.
And with points included, I can only imagine what David would be saying.
Oh, yeah, he'd be the biggest cowbell down there on the sideline, in the stands, But, yeah, you said it right. In this Sterlington community, he gave back a lot, and we really appreciated his support all these years.
Punt team will come on. Panthers won't drop anybody back. There's the snap and the kick. A nice punt. Flags everywhere. I think Panthers may have had 12 on the field.
Well, when you're in this substitution mode, that can happen very easily. I think you're right, man.
12. That's going to be enough to give the Chiefs a first down.
I did a quick look at it. We had an even number out there on the field.
Must have ran somebody on late to return. I didn't see a return man, but then when I saw the flags come out, we did have a return man. 95 will check in. That's Miles Powell. 46 checks in. That's River Kirk.
Number 12 checks in. That's Cade Hollingsworth. So that is a first down. As you said, Ben, the Panther defense is back out on the field. Clock's about to go under 5 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Again, the Panthers up 49-8.
16, Sean Holloway checks back in. Will be a Chief first down. Ball's at the 31-yard line. 4:50 and counting here in the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. I formation for the Chiefs. There's the snap. Will be a quick trap give to the fullback. He'll get up to about the 40. Be a nice gain.
Nice tackle by Cameron. I believe that was Cameron Walker on that stop, number 43. You got number 29. That's going to be Wilson. And then Jordan R., number 24, checks in, both at the corner position. Chiefs have a second down and 1.
There's a snap. This time quarterback's going to keep it around the near side. And he'll get up to about midfield on a nice gain.
Yeah, he took it back up inside. Actually had a good crease there. Jordan Ard, number 24, was there to make the stop, but not before he was able to pick up the first down. The Chiefs will have this ball at their own 49-yard line. Be first down and 10.
Looks like the Chiefs will have a new tailback and fullback and a new quarterback. Quarterback will be number 12, Trigger Booth. There's the snap. This time he'll keep it around the right side. He'll fake the pitch. And then that'll be Hollingsworth, I believe, on the tackle.
Yeah, 12 on 12. Hollingsworth stepped up, hit him low, was able to get him by the leg, drag him down.
Sutton and Huggins both check back in.
It's going to be first down and 10 for the Chiefs at the Panther 38-yard line. Clock is about to go under 3 minutes here in the fourth quarter.
Booth gets him set. There's a snap. He'll keep it again. This time he'll pitch it out. And he'll have a nice gain up to about the 31.
Yeah, number 29, Wilson, got the first shot on him.
Mass substitutions for West Ouachita. There's a bunch of white helmets in that huddle.
Sure is, isn't it? So, they got the ball down to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs have a 2nd down and 2.
I formation. There's a snap. He'll keep it again. Tuck it inside. He'll have enough for a Chiefs first down to the 26-yard line.
Huggins was right there to make the stop. Brought him down. Had an assist by a couple other Panthers.
Anderson Walk is the corner to the near side for that Panther defense. Wasn't sure if we got him or not.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Ball's at the 26-yard line of the Panthers. First down 10 for the Chiefs.
I formation again. 1:45 and counting here in the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. Toss back for West Ouachita. He'll dive ahead up to about the 23, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice tackle by Tanner Kane. Got him down low. Brought him down. Going to be about a 3-yard gain on that carry. They put the ball down at the 23-yard line of the Panthers. We're going to be 2nd down and 7. 1:23 and counting on the clock.
I formation. Booth gets him set and goes under center. There's a snap. He'll give it to the fullback. He'll get up to the 20 and 19. We'll have a Cartown 3rd down in just a moment.
Same play, just about. Same result. Tanner Kane gets him again down low. Got the ball to the 19-yard line. 3rd down and 3 for the Chiefs at the Panther 19.
I formation again. 45 seconds on the clock. There's the snap. They'll give it again to the fullback, and he's up to across the 15. First down for the Chiefs. I'm sorry, at the 14-yard line.
That's all right, man.
30 seconds remain in the ball game.
Yeah, it looked like Claude Brown and a host of Panthers were made that stop. Chiefs hurry to the line.
Booth goes under center. There's a snap. Quick snap. He's going to keep it now. He'll pitch it out. And they'll knock the man out of bounds with 10 seconds to go on the clock.
Yeah, Cameron Walker and
I believe
Miles.
That's going to be it.
Yeah, Cameron Walker and Miles Powell there to make the stop. And as you said, Ben, clock runs down 2-1-0.
Well, Panther fans, thanks for joining us tonight. That's going to do it for us here at West Ouachita. Panthers with a big win, 49-8 here at AR Red Stadium at West Ouachita. And William, I'll give you a couple of words, and then we'll sign this thing off and make our way back to Sterlington.
Hey, great bounce-back win for the Panthers here at West Ouachita after a hard-fought game against Ouachita. We saw some great things on both sides of the ball tonight, offense and defense. Special teams did what they needed to do.
Well, Panther fans, just a reminder, next week you can join us on Tuesday night for the Coaches Show, brought to you by Prime Star Home Health at Frenchman's Bend at 6 o'clock, or you can catch it right here on our YouTube channel. And we'll also, next Friday night, we'll head over to Neville for a big matchup there in downtown Monroe. And as the Panthers go over there to take on the Tigers, that ball game will be 7 o'clock. We'll have a pregame show for you with a replay of the Coaches Show at 6:15. Then William and I will be on the air at 6:45 with all that Panther football action. Hope you have a great weekend. And as always, go Panthers.
Community banking is not just what we do.
It's ingrained in who we are.
It's our mission to serve our community.
By providing a banking experience you can trust.
We offer financial solutions
to help our region thrive.
Personal hometown service.
We look for opportunities
to strengthen the neighborhoods in which we work and live.
Rooted in the community.
We support our families, our neighbors, and our friends.
We are Marion State Bank.
And have been for 100 years.